Welcome back to Black Hills Energy Stadium for the second to last game of the summer of 2023 for the Spearfish Sasquatch in beautiful Spearfish, South Dakota. I'm Sean Master, the voice of the Sasquatch for the summer of 2023, bringing you all the action right into the comfort of your homes as if you were here with us right here at the ballpark here in beautiful Spearfish, South Dakota. The Black Hills, there's no better baseball atmosphere than right here at Black Hills Energy Stadium, and the Casper Spuds are in town once again. Yesterday was a thriller. Once again, the Sasquatch on Thursday walked it off with Bailey Bordas against the Fremont Moo to finish up that series and finish up the Fremont Moo here in Spearfish. Welcome the Casper Spuds yesterday. And Joe McBride goes in the ninth. The tying run gets to second. Tries to steal third to get 90 feet away. Luis Reyes guns him for the second out. And then McBride a backwards K to end it and get the save. A beautiful game and a beautiful win for the Sasquatch. The Sasquatch and Drama. There's no better duo in the Independence League. And this Spuds team in the Sasquatch and Drama, there's no better trio in the Independence League, as these teams have now played 10 times. 8 of those games being decided by 2 or less runs, 9 of those games being decided by 3 or less runs, and 2 of them being decided by 1 or less runs. These two teams, an instant classic every time they're on the ball field. Nothing should change today, going to game 2 of the series, wrapping up the regular season before the Sasquatch inevitably call it a year, and the Casper Spuds, they get more baseball starting on Tuesday, off day Monday. But Tuesday, they're back home for the first 2 games of the championship series, Tuesday and Wednesday, versus the first half champions, Fremont Moo. So the Sasquatch in the last 6 home games of the year, 3 against the first half champions and then 3 against the second half champions, going against the best to wrap up the season. We talk about today, there's one storyline going on that's well above any other one. It's Gage Crott, the man from Belfouche, South Dakota, a utility player. He plays every position all season. Well, he's going to do them all today. 9 innings, 9 positions for Gage Crott, starting with inning number 1, where he's going to be behind the dish for the first time since, he tells me, high school, the last time he caught in a baseball game. He's going to start behind the dish to catch the starting pitcher today. It's going to be Nicholas Esparza, number 1-8 from Hope International University. The right-hander has been phenomenal as of late for the Sasquatch. He's going back out on the mound to be a workhorse once again for his final start of the summer. We go about yesterday in that huge win for the Sasquatch to open this series against the Casper Spuds. Another close game, and it was a doozy. A 6-0 lead after 2 innings of play for the Sasquatch, looking like they were going to dominate, and the Casper Spuds chip away ever so little. They did not have a single inning above 2 runs across the board for them. It was 1-run and 2-run innings, but they do what good teams, for that matter, do. Chip away ever so slightly, just keep on going. They get it back to a tie game entering the bottom half of the 8th. They have the bases loaded, go-ahead run standing on third base in said top of the 8th inning, and Aiden Bennett comes out of the bullpen, goes back-to-back Ks, gets a 0 for the Sasquatch to go up. Going the bottom of the 8th, Ryan Bachman scores on an error at second base that allows him to score. He comes across, 9-8 game. Joe McBride comes in, shuts the door. But talking about Aiden Bennett yesterday, finishing out his summer, he is officially done, shut down for the rest of the summer. 32 2/3 innings pitched on the year. A 1.92 ERA to his season. That is good for the best single season ERA in Sasquatch history. We stepped aside to talk to Aiden Bennett about that feat right here on Spearfish Sasquatch Live. After that, we'll get the starting lineups for the second to last game of the summer of 2023. By Aiden Bennett, right-handed pitcher. We'll get to a little bit of Aiden in statistical standpoint, as set a big record yesterday for a single season record in Sasquatch history. But now, Aiden, let's just talk quickly and go over what really brought you out here. I understand you go to school in Ohio. What brought you out here to South Dakota for the summer?
This year at my school, I didn't have as much an opportunity to pitch as I wanted to. And once it got down to me not dressing in the playoffs, I decided that I wanted to play baseball as much as I could for as much time as I had left. So my coach gave me the opportunity to just look up Spearfish and see what it was like. And to be honest, I didn't even do it. I didn't want to go to South Dakota at all. I was afraid of going to a place I didn't know and with people I didn't know. And I could not even explain to you how much that was not true once I got here.
Yeah, and then you talked about that, people you don't know, a place you don't know. Now that you're through the summer, today being your last day and tomorrow being the last game for the Sasquatch in the summer 2023, how's this experience been for you in the summer?
Honestly, it's been one of the best experiences I've had. One of the best teams that I've been on, sense of like friendships and everything. And I feel that this group of guys is like very tight together, And even like when we lose, it doesn't seem like we lost. It's more of just like we're having fun. And as long as we're having fun, that's all I care about.
And you talk about friendship like that, and I've seen the pitching staff as a whole. You guys have become kind of one unit going out there, and especially I've seen you talking to Dylan Ritchie a lot. You guys have become good friends over the summer, as Dylan Ritchie's a personal guy, you're a personal guy. Kind of a match made in heaven right there. Now that you set yesterday the 1.92 season ERA through 33 innings in the summer, you are now the single season Sasquatch ERA leader, surpassing Dylan Ritchie from last summer. How's that going to kind of go around? Are you going to, kind of give him a little jokes about it in the dugout later on?
I talked about it with him last night because I didn't know about that record before yesterday, and having a chance to blow it yesterday also I didn't know about, thankfully. But I think having Richie on the team as not only just a pitcher and center fielder, but more of like he's there to help other guys that don't necessarily know what they're doing in certain situations. He's like one of the older guys that can help around, and him being able to like give confidence to our players and our pitchers has been really huge. And I don't think I'm going to be like bragging to him because he'll just come up with the walks, and that's not going to go well for me.
And then a little impromptu question here. I didn't really give you a chance to prepare an answer for this one. So off the top of your head, I mean, you talked about not pitching a lot at school last year and that really being a driving factor if you wanted to play summer ball. Now you've thrown nearly 35 innings throughout a summer, getting the arm ready for school ball. How do you think this is going to help you returning to school?
I definitely feel like I got a lot of confidence back in myself with how I played this year and the way my teammates have been interacting with me throughout my time here. And I feel that this experience, let alone not even baseball, just having this communication with all these kids is made me like fall in love with baseball even more than I did.
Rejuvenated a little bit of love right there. It's what summer ball is all about. That's Aiden Bennett, now the single season ERA leader in Sasquatch history. It's a short 5-year franchise history, but a 1.92 ERA through 35 innings in a summer. That's impressive, and it's nothing to laugh about right there. He sets the record. We're talking Aiden Bennett a little bit before the Casper Spuds and the Spearfish Sasquatch go out there again for game 2 of their series and the second to last game of the summer 2023. First pitch will be at 6:05. Don't go anywhere. It's always a classic between these two squads. Welcome to the greatest show on dirt. The greatest, yet unscripted, show on dirt. The show with the highest highs. And the show with the lowest lows.
Man, we cannot believe what we just saw.
While working towards the ultimate goal, the show.
Johnny McHenry slides.
Charles McAdoo, straightaway center.
A nasty breaking ball gets the first out. It does the job. We're tied at 5. Trey Forwall, my goodness. Storing him on the outside. Breaking ball ended. Louis Graham does another extra base hit. DJ Bennett. He's now in the history books here in Spearfish. Swing and a miss. His third strikeout of the night. Ryan Bachman has an RBI double. The Sasquatch defense is absolutely unreal. Gets by the catcher. 4 runs to the plate. Spearfish, how are we still in the lead?
Squatch Nation, take a seat, because the show, it's about to begin.
And batting ninth, number 24, Elijah Reed. Pitcher tonight for the Casper Spuds on the mound starting is number 16, Logan Lathrop. Head coach of the Spuds is James Batten. the starters for your Spearfish Sasquatch. Leading off, number 11, our utility player tonight, going to play all 9 positions, Gage Wright. Batting second, number 19, designated hitter, Seth Nelson. Batting third, number 24, second baseman, Ryan Bachman. Batting fourth, number 6, first baseman, Jack Naylor. Batting fifth, number 9, shortstop, Luigi Reyes. Batting sixth, number 14, center fielder, Dylan Ritchie. Batting seventh, number 3, left fielder, Trey Borwald. Batting eighth, number 35, third baseman, Chaz Crook. Batting ninth, number 1, right fielder, Ben Seminara. And on the mound, starting for the Spearfish Sasquatch, number 18, Nicholas Esparza. Starting pitcher tonight for the Spearfish Sasquatch is Esparza, and the head coach is Jared Hunt. Fans, we ask that you please stand and remove your caps as our national anthem will be sung tonight by Carolyn and Lauren Fremont.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, their bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Thank you, Carolyn and Lauren. And throwing out the ceremonial first pitch for tonight's ball game is John Pruitt. He's an Air Force veteran of 26 years.
Cue all of the lights, because it's Nicholas Esparza taking the mound here at Black Hills Energy Stadium for a Saturday evening matchup between the Spuds and the Sasquatch. Once again, matchup number 11 of the second half since July 1st. 11 games between these two teams. A well-known foe in the Casper Spuds, visiting from Casper, Wyoming. The second half champions of the Independence League, finishing up their regular season against the Spearfish Sasquatch. Coming off a W yesterday as the Sasquatch in a big game, which saw a lot of drama on a 6-0 lead. This up here, the Casper Spuds chipped away ever so slightly, but that's all you need to do is chip away 1, maybe 2 runs in an inning. Exactly what they did, chipped away from a 6-0 lead, tied it up at 8, going into the bottom half of the 8th inning, where the Sasquatch came back, scored the 9th run, and then Joe McBride shut the door in the top half of the 9th and kept it. A W going on for the Spearfish Sasquatch. They win 9-8. They go to game 2 of the 3-game set against these Casper Spuds here on this Saturday and ride the arm of Nicholas Esparza, number 1-8 from Hope International University. He's going to take the mound today in an attempt to continue what for him has been a dominating second half on the mound. He has been spectacular since moving to the bullpen. He's got 2 starts in a row now. We'll see what he can do out here. Last start threw 108 pitches, and now we got a big one coming up for number 1-8, trying to ride the workhorse. That is Nicholas Esparza. The headline today is going to be the leadoff hitter for the Sasquatch, and currently the catcher with this throwdown going to be on the money. It's Gage Crott playing all 9 positions in 9 innings, starting out behind the dish. He will switch with Ben Seminara, who currently stands in right field. They will switch, assuming next inning Crott will go out to right and start his rotation around the field, but he's going to start behind the diamond.
Leading off the game for the Casper Spuds, number 3, left fielder Casper.
Leading off for the Casper Spuds, 1, 2, 3, going to be Burke, Baracani, and Matthew Marsick. A tough 1, 2, 3 for Nicholas Esparza to face. He's going to start out quickly, go through the defensive lineup while Nicholas Esparza sets for the first pitch. Behind the dish, starting out is going to be Gage Crott, and the rest of the game will return to Ben Seminar in his last game in a Sasquatch uniform. First pitch from Esparza, swung on, chopped on the third base line, and foul right to the right side of Chaz Crook, manning in the hot corner. Talked about Crook at the hot corner, slide over to shortstop on the left side of the infield to complete it. It's going to be Luis Reyes at the right side, Bachman at second base, where he's always been for the Sasquatch for the last 3 summers. And standing there over at first, hugging the line against Burke, is going to be Jack Naylor. Going in the outfield, Trey Vorwald in left field. Dylan Ritchie returning to center. He's been phenomenal as of late at the plate as well, hitting his first career collegiate home run yesterday. That pitch can go down low for a strike and 0-2 count quickly to Chase Burke leading off. He's also playing left field. Rounding out the outfield and right field as we talked about. Right now, Ben Seminara, he'll move to behind the dish after this inning with Gage Crott starting out his all 9 in 9 atmosphere behind the plate. An 0-2 count now from Esparza looking for a big first out. Breaking ball going to be chopped over to short. Reyes moving through the middle, flashes the leather, makes the run on the throw. What a play from Luis Reyes, one away. Throw on the run from Luis Reyes made it look easy. There's one away. 3 pitches in for Nicholas Esparza. All 3 have found the zone with an 0-2 count that was swung on by Burke and delivered right over to Reyes. Brings up Dawson Baracani now up to the plate. Second baseman for this Casper Spuds team. It was pretty good yesterday, but had that costly error in the bottom half of the 8th that allowed that 9th run, an eventual winning run, at the time go-ahead run for the Sasquatch to come across in Ryan Bachman. His error over to first. It was a single and an error, but it allowed Bachman to go around third. That one going to go outside, gets away from Crott. It's a 1-0 as he had to dive over the left-hand batter's box to try to snag that one. Esparza tried to give him the bite. No bite from Dawson Baracani. And the count goes 1-0. On the season, Nicholas Esparza, the 5'10 junior from Hope International, his 11th appearance. He's got 26 innings and just above a 4 ERA. That one going to be outside, dropped by Crott, trying to bring it back in. Count goes 2-0. Laughing it off with Gage Crott, who we already talked about. We've been kind of plugging it on social media, made that graphic earlier about it, trying to plug it. Gage Crott's playing all 9 positions today, and a nice crowd here on this Saturday evening to watch him do so. 2-0 count to Baracani, watches that one low and away. That one stays in the glove of Crott, but veered close to the dirt. It's a 3-0 count. Esparza on the season, only 16 walks, 25 Ks on his year. And a 3-0 count now. Got to fight back from the depths. The 2-hole hitter, Dawson Baracani. Trying to fight back the 3-0. Is going to be delivered on the bottom third for a strike at the knees. Runs the count at 3-1. Nicholas Esparza has been phenomenal. I mean, that ERA standing at 4. He has a 1-4 record, but a lot of that's from earlier in the year when he did not have the hottest start in a Sasquatch uniform, but since he's found his groove, he's been great. 3-1 going to be swung on it to ground ball over to Bachman. That one's going to get into right field. A well-hit ball, 1 hops into right. Ryan Bachman couldn't get amazing enough of a jump. Got a good one, but could not veer over to his left far enough. It's a base hit for Dawson Baracani. Going to roll it over to Matthew Marsick, the right fielder now. Lucas Daniel is the cleanup hitter. He's standing on deck. Marsick manning right field in this one. He was all throughout the outfield yesterday. Found himself in center and left, and now he's playing right in this one. Runner on first now is Baracani. Marsick hit his first home run of the summer and only home run of the summer in this ballpark back earlier in the year. First pitch can be too low from Esparza. Crott picks it up at the 1-0. This part of the order for the Spuds is dangerous. And what do the Casper Spuds do better than any team in the Independence League? Maybe aside from the Fremont move, you could argue that one is hit the baseball. Barricani got a piece of the 3-1 he put in the right field. Now a 1-0 to Marsick. That one inside. Crott tried to pull it back in. Does not get the call. It's 2-0. Barricani kind of sold that one by kind of dodging his legs out of the way. It looked like it was a little bit closer than his body language, intended. But it's a 2-0 count. Sparza checking on the runner at first, got a pretty small lead, but now delivers a 2-0 to Marsick. That one's going to be chopped over to Bachman, charging in off 2 hops, flip to Reyes. Reyes turns it. Did they get it? The 4, the 6 did not get it over to 3 in time. They get the lead runner, but Marsick reaches on a fielder's choice, 2 away. A weak chopper. Bachman had to rush in, threw a flip. With the right hand over to Reyes, tried to transfer it in time, but a speedy Matthew Marsick beats it out. He's on first, 2 away for Lucas Danielitz. Danielitz, the first baseman today. Man first yesterday. The Casper Spuds not letting a foot off the gas despite already clinching in the second half. They're playing their lineup, getting them ready for the championship series as ball one misses down low. It's going to be a tough series, and we've seen both of these teams now in the last week. Saw Fremont earlier this year, and now we're seeing Casper again for game number 11 of 12 against this team. They checked the runner at first in there safely. Both of these teams for the first half champion Fremont Moo and now second half champion Casper Spuds. You may look at Casper's schedule and results and see a lot of close wins, a lot of wins within 3-2 runs-ish. But that's what good teams do, man. They find ways to win, and they especially have done it against the Sasquatch. Danielitz with the one high in the air in a foul territory. Going to get well out of this ballpark. Count goes to 1-1. The Casper Spuds trying to get ready for that championship series. We saw Fremont have a pretty nice series with 3 games in Fremont and then coming here for 3 games against the Sasquatch. 6 straight games, 3-3 on the road and at home. They had a nice run right there. They're getting back on track before. And now the Casper Spuds have already clinched, but trying to get more going on track. That one's going to get by Crott. He picks it up, no throw. It's going to be a pass ball that allows Marsick to get the second. That one was in the dirt. Couldn't squeeze the glove. Was Gage Crott. Count goes to 2-1. Hasn't caught since high school, he was telling me back when I talked to him about it pregame. I said, I've seen you everywhere, but behind the dish, and that's where he's starting out here. That one just got away. Now an RBI opportunity, the runner in scoring position for Danielitz. Esparza trying to keep that 0 on the board. The check swing off the inside of the bat goes foul. It's a 2-2. That check swing went well foul, too, as that one went all the way over the netting for the Sasquatch dugout. Veered right between that and the backstop netting, went all the way over to about the merch tent and about the tent where the State Farm is set up, the sponsors for this Mr. Sasquatch night. 2-2 count, 2 away now. Danielitz trying to capitalize with the runner on second. Esparza trying to get out of this one. Here's that 2-2. Breaking ball up at the letters. A little bit too high. Count's going to run full. Standing on deck, going to be the shortstop, James Castanola. Was manning the hot corner yesterday. He's now at short. Him and Chandler stocking with the left side of the infield. They're just going to flip-flop. Payoff pitch now from Esparza trying to get the beer batter. Lucas Danielitz out, and then in this inning, runner takes off. That one's going to get up and in. It's going to strike the batter, and I believe he got a return all the way back to second, and he will. They're going to say it did indeed get a piece of him. Wasn't sure if they're going to call it hit by pitch or just say a walk and allow Marsick to go to third. He's got to retreat back to second, but a full count walk to Danielitz. Now rolls it over to James Castanola. Castanola now with a big opportunity. Chandler Stocking standing on deck to the left side of the infield. Castanola shortstop and Stocking the third baseman. Those two were flip-flopped yesterday, but they have a chance here to drive in early runs. The Sasquatch got off to an early lead yesterday. Spud tried to chip away, and they ended up tying the game, but didn't do it enough as the first pitch is fouled off the inside of the bat. Well, foul back beyond the backstop, and the count goes to 1. A nice crowd here for this Saturday evening. Only 2 games remaining for the Sasquatch here in the regular season. And then the whole summer of 2023 in general not being able to make the playoffs as the Casper Spuds have clinched. They've had a strong second half. They clinched in this one, so that's where they stand. 0-1 count from Esparza. Breaking ball up and away. Crott tried to pull the glove down. Did not get the call. It's 1-1. You know, for a guy who doesn't necessarily catch a lot, Gage Crott has been pretty good at catcher. Had that one pass ball, yes, that was in the dirt, but his framing's actually not been too bad for a guy who, once again, has not caught since high school. That one swung on inside, fouled off again. Count goes to 1-2. Esparza on a 1-ball, 2-strike count now, trying to get out of this one before he rolls it over to the offense. Going to try to get going early. Gage Crott behind the dishes. We talked about playing all 9 and 9 innings today. He's going to lead off when the Sasquatch get on 0. We'll see if they have a chance to take the lead or if they're going to be working with the deficit. 1-2 count now to Castanola. Esparza trying to get out of this little jam. His breaking ball upstairs bounces out of the glove of Crott, and a pass ball is going to allow 2 runners to advance. That's what happens when you don't catch a lot. Gage Crott starting out behind the dish. 2 pass balls. And now 2 runners in scoring position. The 2s are wild. That one was above his head, tried to grab the breaking ball, just gets past the mitt, and now he's in a 2-2, 2 away, 2 runners in scoring position. Esparza delivers. That one's fouled off again, a fastball up high. Castanola putting up a fight. Gage Crott rocking the Columbia hockey-style one-piece mask behind the dish, wearing Ben Seminara's gear, who currently stands out in right field. See how Seminara reacts, as Crott was the one warming up with Esparza before this game. 2-2, 2-away. Esparza, an extra long delivery, and that one's a ground ball up the middle. It'll score 2. A 2 RBI single by James Castanola, and an early lead for the Casper Spuds. Fights off the 2-2, puts it right up the middle. Reyes could not get to it. It was a hot shot. It's a 2-0 lead here on this Saturday evening for the Casper Spuds. They were down 6-0 after 2 yesterday. Not going to let that happen again, at least right away. The offense puts up 2 right away with a chance to put more. Chandler Stocking, the third baseman, now up to the dish. Stocking, the 6'1 junior from Alabama A&M University. Teammates with Sasquatch. Everything. Christian Soto manning the hot corner, now catching as well, but sidelined due the rest of the season due to some rib pain. First pitch can be fouled off in 0-1. It's one thing I've noticed so far. Esparza has not got a lot of swing and misses so far from this team. Been locating on the inside, getting a lot of weak contact foul, but this Spuds lineup just hitting everything. They got 2 base knocks and 2 runs to show for it early. That's a breaking ball. Hit over to Crook on the run. He corrals, makes the sidearm throw. It's high from Naylor, and it goes out of the glove. Going around second to third, and holding right there is Danielitz, and holding at first is Stocking. Excuse me, not Danielitz. It's going to be Castanola standing at third base. An error right there allows the inning to continue. Now runners at the corners. I'd have to expect Stocking going to take off. And now it's Caden Cantu. Caught yesterday. He's going to DH today. 7 spot already, bottom third of the order, with potential to put a lot more damage on the Sasquatch. Esparza's got to try to recover from that error. First pitch can be outside for a strike. Good hold on by Crott right there as that one was drifting up on him. He manages to keep in the zone. Count goes 0-1. Cantu on the season listed as a catcher slash outfielder, the freshman from National Park College. Just got here. This is going to be his 3rd game in a Spuds uniform. He's getting the DH spot. Breaking ball going to break in. Cantu thinks it got a piece of him, but it did not. We saw that happen a lot yesterday at the Spuds. Is whenever a ball was close to them, they tried to sell that it hit them. That one Cantu tried to do, but it's a 1-1 as it just misses inside. Esparza working pretty efficiently now with the 1-1 pitch. Checks the runner over third. A big lead at first. Runner will take off. Crott, no throw down, and it's a 1-2 count, but now 2 runners in scoring position once again. No throw down to keep Castanola over there at third base. And now 2 runners are in scoring position once again with a 2-strike count. Last time this happened, it was that 2 RBI single by Castanola, who currently stands at third. 1-2 count now, waiting to deliver the Esparza. Now he will. That one way up and away. Crott snags the fastball, and the count goes 2s again. Little bit of trouble in this early inning from Nicholas Esparza. Hasn't got a lot of help either. The inning getting extended by an error at third by Chaz Crook. That allowed Chandler Stocking to reach, and he currently stands at second. 2-2 away from Esparza, trying to get out of this one. That one's going to be hit down the right field line. If it's fair, it'll score 2, and that one's going to drift foul. Jack Naylor making the call on that one, pointing foul, and the home plate umpire Chris Sintek agrees. Runners got to go all the way back. It would have easily made it a 4-0 ball game. Just poked it down the right field line, kept on drifting on the right-handed bat of Cantu. He's got to retreat. Runners go back to second and third. And now Cantu's got to take a 2-2 rip after just missing a 2 RBI double. Could have potentially been 3 as Seminara playing well towards the gap over there with a lot of room over towards the line. Now Esparza's going to deliver another 2-2. That's a breaking ball hit well down the left field line. It's deep to the corner, and it's off the top of the wall. He missed a 2 RBI double in his last one down the right field line. He delivers a 2 RBI double down the left field line. It's 4-0. Caden Cantu in his short time with Casper has been phenomenal at the plate, trying to prove to his coaching staff that he can be a viable bat to put in the lineup come the championship series, and he's given them no choice but to keep them in. And a quick mound visit from assistant coach Anthony Peterson, going to talk over to Nicholas Esparza. 2 pass balls on Gage Crott, an error by Chaz Crook allowed this inning to extend and roll it over to Cantu. Got that 2 RBI double, now makes it 4-0 on just 3 base knocks. Has not started the way the Sasquatch planned, but it was this exact way with the Spuds yesterday. Did not start the way they planned. They managed to chip away. Now Esparza is trying to get out of this inning. Now it's going to roll over to the catcher, Parker Burt. Came in as a defensive substitution at catcher for Cantu yesterday. This guy has a cannon, and he's been hitting the ball well. Not really all year, only 222, but against this Sasquatch team, he absolutely rakes. Got a chance to make the 4-0 lead, a 5-0 lead. He's sorted on the outside by the breaking ball. Count goes to 0-1. An ugly swing right there, was definitely sitting fastball. Esparza brings the off speed, gets an ugly wave and a miss. He gets up 0-1. Doing a good job attacking the zone is Nicholas Esparza, the spot, besides hit by pitch to Danielitz. Other than that, a lot of contact has been made. Right there, contact is made as well. This one gonna go foul and quickly hit 0-2 is number 1-8. Trying to get out of this inning, has not gone the way the Sasquatch have wanted it to. Pass balls and errors have allowed this inning to continue. Would have ended at 2-0 inning, but Chandler Stocking reached on an error by Chaz Crook, and he came out to score and made it a 4-0 game. 0-2 count now. Nicholas Esparza trying to get out a runner on second. Breaking ball can be chopped over to the third base line, and well, foul was way in front of it once again, sitting fastball. Breaking ball was hanging a little bit. Esparza kind of catches the break, because if he's sitting on that pitch, oh, it's not happening. It's not landing from Parker Burt. Burt looking, he's got 5 RBIs in the year, looking to make it 6. He has a chance to do so right here with the runner in scoring position being Caden Cantu. 0-2 count, just chopped away an 0-2 breaking ball. See what Esparza brings right here. Checking the runner at second, now set to deliver the 0-2. It's a fastball down low. It's a looking K. 4 runs come across. 8-batter, 4-run inning for the Spuds to open it up. They get on top early. Sasquatch offense trying to answer. It's Gage Crott, Seth Nelson, and Ryan Bachman when we return.
Jet Rogers at Peak Family Chiropractic and Sports Performance. We all take different paths in life. That's why we utilize multiple different treatments here at Peak. Our main treatment is our high-level chiropractic adjustment, but we also emphasize the use of cupping, scraping, vibration massage, trigger point therapy, and active care to promote movement, strength, mobility, and most of all, pain relief. Why travel to multiple locations when you can have total wellness under one roof? Stop in today and let's get you to your peak.
We go to the bottom half of the first inning. The Sasquatch offense set to take their first rips. It's going to be Crott, Nelson, and Bachman. 1, 2, 3. Gage Crott leading off today. He just caught in the first inning. See what he does next inning, but for now he's going to take some rips leading off, trying to answer those 4 runs put up by the Casper Spuds in the top half of the first inning. The Spuds got off to a hot start. Only 3 base knocks, but 4 runs and no walks for Nicholas Esparza, but pass balls. 2 on Gage Crott behind the dish, and an error at third by Chaz Crook with 2 outs. Allowed that inning to extend. It was an 8-batter, 4-run inning. Now it's going to be Gage Crott leading off the Sasquatch, trying to answer that right here. And they got a pretty nice pitcher to go up against. Logan Lathrop. He's been pretty darn good in his limited action. This is only his 2nd appearance. 2 innings so far to his summer. First pitch, Crott chased after, goes shallow right field. Rushing over to Dawson Barrackine, second baseman. He's called off by the right fielder, Matthew Marsick. 1 pitch, 1 away. Go through the defensive lineup for this team for the Casper Spuds. Behind the dish can be Parker Burt. Struck out looking to end that big first inning. At third, going to be Chandler Stocking. At short, James Castanola. Second base man by Dawson Barrackani. And at first, Lucas Daniel to the same infield. Just Castanola and Stocking. Third and short, flip-flop from yesterday. In the outfield, Chase Burke manning left. Elijah Reeves back in center. Matthew Marsick just made that put out in right. That's where he is as well. Now it rolls over to Seth Nelson. He watches the first pitch on the outside. Go for a strike, and 0-1 count. Logan Lathrop, the 6', 170 freshman from Grand Prairie, Texas, and Dallas College, North Lake. A 1-0 record, 3 strikeouts to no walks in just 2 innings. So going to command the zone, see if the Sasquatch can pound baseballs and get back on the score sheet as an 0-2 count quickly to Seth Nelson. 1 pitch away from getting 2 outs early, and this one is Lathrop. And now Nelson's got it short in the swing with Ryan Bachman standing on deck. 2 pitches that have been to the outside half of the plate. That's where pitchers love to go to lefty, battle the open stance in Seth Nelson. See what he gets here on the 0-2. Lathrop sets and now delivers the 0-2 pitch to Nelson. He's going to put that one directly up the middle on another outside pitch. He only gets baseballs into the outside of the plate. He goes right up the middle for a single. Seeing early on from Logan Lathrop that he is going to pound the zone. 4 pitches in, and every single one of them has been in the zone. Now brings up Ryan Bachman. Jack Naylor standing on deck. He's playing first base in the cleanup spot now. 3-4 due up for the Sasquatch after the 1-out single by Nelson. See what Ryan Bachman can do right here. See if they can at least get 1 and try to chip away ever so slightly at least to this 4-0 Spuds lead early. Bachman watches the breaking ball go in the lower half of the zone, and another strike from Logan Lathrop. Be nice and would do wonders for the confidence of Nicholas Esparza after letting up a couple earned and then having the inning extend from the error and pass balls just not going his way. Let's see if the offense can get going and get behind their pitcher from Hope International. That's a chopper over towards third. Rushing in is Stocking. No play at second. They'll get the force at first. It's low, but Daniel picked it on 1 hop. There's 2 away. Two away now, but Seth Nelson in scoring position for Jack Naylor. Had a big 2 RBI single up the middle yesterday. See what he can do right here. Naylor's bat has been scorching as of late. Since coming back from injury that he sustained back in July, the man from Montana State Billings has been amazing, getting that average up nearing 300. It's threatening with it. Now we'll see what he can do here. The runner in scoring position watches the first pitch in the dirt. The first pitch not to find the zone from Lathrop. Burt scoops it up and keeps it in front. Nelson remains at second base. Jack Naylor trying to get a job done and avoid a 0 being put up by Lathrop in his first inning in this one. Trying to at least chip away a little bit to the 4 spot put up in the top half of the first. He watches the breaking ball go inside. Call for a strike from Chris Sintek. Same umpiring crew as yesterday. Chris Sintek going to move from the field to behind the dish today. And moving from behind the dish back out to the field, standing there right at shallow shortstop position, is Brandon Moore. 1-1 count now. Jack Naylor, the right-hander in that Ricky Henderson type stance, down low. Watches that one go way low and away on the fastball. Count goes to 2-1. Good discipline from number 6 right there. He's going to take a step out. Now step back in before facing Lathrop here with the 2-1. Nelson has wheels over there at second. If this finds green in the outfield, I would not put it past head coach Jarrett Hunt over there at third to send number 19 trying to get a run across the board. 2-1 going to be chopped over to short. This should end the inning. Collects it and throws on the money from James Castanola. A one-out single by Seth Nelson does not matter. Other than that, Logan Lathrop takes care of business quickly. A 4-0 lead heading to the second inning of play.
I wanna shout out to the world so they know my sweet baby loves me so. She got me going, yeah, she turns me on. And she loves me, yeah, she loves me, and it blows my mind.
Hey, nice play.
Yeah, it blows my mind. She's my lover.
We go to the second inning. Nicholas Esparza back out on the mound after giving up a couple of earned and a couple more. 4 total runs on top half of the first, and then a 4-batter goose egg allowing 1 base knock. Was Logan Lathrop in the bottom half of the first, getting that scorching hot offense back out. Already at the 9th spot. It's going to lead off with Elijah Reeves, then go back to the top of the order with Chase Burke and Dawson Baracani. Gage Crop moving out to right field now, checking that off his bucket list, while Ben Seminara goes behind the dish, where he has been all year, and he goes in right for the first inning, allowing Gage Crott to get that catcher spot checked off his all 9 and 9. Seminar now behind the dish. He'll finish out the game right there. First pitch is going to be fouled off from Reeves. A good pitch from Esparza coming off that inning.
A usual catcher, Ben Seminar.
Seminar in his last game in Spearfish, the catcher from the University of Columbia in Palm Beach Gardens, Florida. Batting at the Mendoza at 200 this season. Pulls that one back in, doesn't get the call. It's a 1-1 count. Joined the team on a road trip in Fremont. The team actually pulled up to Fremont, Nebraska. Head coach Jared Hunt said 1 room of 3 needs to be made because there's a catcher waiting. As Esparza gets that one foul, tipped in the glove of Seminara, and it's a 1-2. Seminara's had an interesting, to say the least, summer. In the month of June was hitting the ball weekly but finding grass, and in the month of July he's been finding barrels, but he has not been finding the ground. He's been finding gloves. That one fouled off. Now it's a 1-2 staying to Elijah Reeves. Manning center field, playing the 9 spot, where he was yesterday as well. He was pretty good in center field defensively as well. Had a couple sail over his head, was playing pretty shallow to start. Ended up playing a little farther out. We'll have to see if that continues today, as the wind, there's absolutely none of it. 1-2, that one outside again, and Reeves fighting it off before he rolls over to the top of the order with Chase Burke, who grounded out to begin this game. Luis Reyes over at short on 3 pitches. With a quick first out for Esparza, but then after that, Dawson Baracani started the barrage with a single. He was victim of fielder's choice, but he started that little 4-run barrage. That breaking ball outside, no bite from Elijah Reeves. The count goes to 2s. Esparza got to work now. He's behind in this game. After having a tough first inning, the offense could not get going. The only person to get a base knock was his Hope International teammate, Seth Nelson. That one way up and away, bounces away from Seminara. Count goes full to Elijah Reeves. Threatening with losing him right here, Nicholas Esparza trying to avoid this right here. Esparza's got 2 saves on the year, actually the leader in current Sasquatch pitchers in saves with 2. Starting on the mound in this one, a rough start in the first. Now trying to get a big first out. 3-2, that one's going to be grounded over to Crook. He collects it off the chest, a little bit of trouble. Now delivers a cannon, and Elijah Reeves, he legs it out. That one's going to reach over to first base. Elijah Reeves is on first to lead off this inning.
Now batting for the Spuds, number 3, Chase Burke.
Now brings up the top of the order, Chase Burke. An error by Chaz Cook right there. Couldn't collect it off a hop. Tried to beat him, but Elijah Reeves is fast. That one, the bunt down the third base line, rushing in his crook. He's going to barehand it, and he can't make the play. Guys on first and second now quickly. That one's going to be a single by Chase Burke as Crook had to try to rush in and barehand it right there because the top of the order left fielder, he's a fast one, but now they got two speedsters. Center fielder Elijah Reeves standing at second, and over at first is going to be Chase Burke. Now brings up Dawson Barricon. He got the first hit of the ball game back in the first inning for the Spuds team. He was victim of fielder's choice by the man on deck, Matthew Marsick, but he got that little offensive barrage started. Now he's looking to potentially add some RBIs to his night. He's the first time he's up with runners on, one in scoring position being Elijah Reeves. Esparza trying to recover right now, looking to lay down a bunt. That one's going to be down the third base line again. Crook rushing in. Won't barehand it this time. The transfer's clean. Runners advance, but one away. Chaz Crook with a nice play there, but does a job as Dawson Barricani. Now two runners in scoring position. A chance to potentially make the 4-run lead 6 with a base knock into the outfield. Brings up Matthew Marsick.
Number 31, Matthew Marsick.
He grounded over to Ryan Bachman back in the last inning. It was a chopping ball that Bachman got the lead runner over there at second base, but they could not turn the 4-6-3. See what he does now. No traditional ground ball double play in play, trying to drive home some runs. First pitch up high, going to be fouled off. Marsick listed at 5'7", $160 from Dallas College, Cedar Valley. Already nearing 200 plate appearances in this summer, and 200 plate appearances nearly, but he is hitting .350. He has been phenomenal. Leading the team in RBIs, plate appearances, average. Has been the best hitter, and he has a chance now if he can drop one in the outfield to make the 4-0 lead 6. He waves at that one, and they're a nasty pitch from Esparza. He gets up 0-2, and now he's got Marsick thinking about this one because that was disgusting for number 1-8. 0-2 count to Matthew Marsick. There's one away. Two runners in scoring position already up for the Casper Spuds. Nicholas Esparza looking for a big second out, and no bigger one than to the best bat in the lineup, Matthew Marsick. He delivers the 0-2. That one's low and away. Did not bite with Marsick. Seminar sliding over to 1-2. Standing on deck is Lucas Danielitz. He was hit by a pitch, came around to score with his last one. In the first inning, he's set up here. Let's see if Marcy can clear the bags or if Danielitz will have to try to do it right there. That one's hit soft field to center field. Richie charging in. It's going to be a bloop single and at least score a run. They're going to hold him right there, trying to extend it to second. Richie had trouble with it, and the E8's going to allow a run to score and allow Marsick to reach the second. It's 6-0. Chase Burke hit the brakes over at third. Richie had trouble corralling it. It's going to be a single reaching the second on an error, and the Sasquatch are down 6-0 early. This is the exact score after 2 innings in favor of the Sasquatch yesterday. The Spuds have flipped the script completely. They lead 6-0. Three errors early on from the Spearfish Sasquatch. Through 1 1/3, they have not helped out Esparza at all. Now it rolls over to Lucas Danielitz, was hit by a pitch, came around to score in his last at-bat. Now his runner in scoring position, working with a 6-0 lead. Dancy over there at second is Marsick. First pitch breaking ball, going to be outside, does not get the zone. Looked like a nice spot from Esparza, but no call from home plate umpire Kristen Tech. Esparza got to fight back here. Let's see what he can do. Defense hasn't helped him a lot so far in this one. Here's the 1-0 pitch to Danielitz. It's fouled off. Esparza getting a lot of weak contacts on foul-offs. The Spuds not having a lot of success in timing him up early on, but they have had a lot of success in finding green and getting this Sasquatch defense to beat themselves. 1-1 count. Esparza collects to the chest and now looking for a big second out. Checks the runner at second. Checks him for a second time and now delivers. That one's going to be swung on high in the air to right field. Croc going over to the line. He'll make the catch on the run. Marsick will tag, going from second to third. The throw from Croc's going to be cut off by Reyes. Marsick standing at third, but 2 away. Now rolls over to James Castanola, who got the scoring started with a single.
Now batting for the Spuds.
It was a 2 RBI single. right up the middle that beat Luis Reyes with a hard hit ball past Esparza. Got the first 2 runs of the ball game. He comes up now with a chance to make it 7-0 or a chance for Esparza to get out of this inning with the minimal 2-run damage. First pitch can be inside, called for a ball. It's a 1-0 count. Castanola singled as we talked about those 2 RBIs, came around to score. After the man on deck, Chandler Stocking, reached on an error with 2 away that extended the inning. Now I'm going to be outside. Seminar diving over, keeps it at a 2-0 and keeps the runner over there at third. Marsick advanced to third on the tag up as that fly ball to right field. The previous batter, Lucas Daniels, was deep enough to allow him to tag with no pressure at all. And now Esparza got to fight back from a 2-0 to James Castanola. 2-0 count. Here's the pitch from Esparza. That one swung on a line drive into left center field. It's going to roll all the way to the wall. Richie at the track. He'll corral it. Go into second where he'll be safe. It's an RBI double. James Castanola, absolutely unreal through 2 innings. He's got a single, a double. He's 2 for 2. He's also got 3 RBIs. It's a 7-0 ball game, rolling it over to Chandler Stocking. Stocking reached on an error by Chaz Crook at third in his last at-bat that extended the inning. He came around to score from said error. Now he's got a chance to add an RBI. Watches that breaking ball go in the lower half for a strike. Not a fun night so far. If you're the Sasquatch, this is exactly how the game started for the Casper Spuds yesterday. They gave you the recipe for success in trying to erase that deficit. Chip away ever so slightly. Sasquatch offense looking to get on the field here. Esparza delivers. That one's hit up the middle, off the edge of the bat into center field. They're going to send Castanola around. Richie, the throw out from home, is going to be on a rope, but not in time. It's going to be an RBI single from Chandler Stocking. It's 8-0. Stocking's going to advance to second base as Richie's throw was through the plate, allowing Stocking to trot on over. He's at second now, an 8-0 ball game, rolling it over to Caden Cantu, who doubled on the left field line in his last plate appearance. Now Esparza's going to try to get out of this one. 4 runs have come across once again. But Caden Cantu has a chance to add more RBIs to his night as well. Watches that one go inside for a ball. Cantu's got a 2 RBI double to his night. A chance for a 3rd RBI, potentially another extra base hit right here, but he's got 2 away. Already early trouble for the Sasquatch. They trail 8-0. Trying to get through the second inning of offense from the Spuds. That one low and away, called for a strike at the 1-1. Seminar pulled that fastball back in. Gets the call from Chris Sintek. Not how the Sasquatch intended this one to go, and they woke up, and definitely not how Nicholas Esparza expected his night to go. He hasn't got a lot of help, but 7 base knocks and 8 runs. Seminar setting up, and now the 1-1 pitch from Esparza. He sets to deliver and does. Breaking ball going to be fine. The zone on the outside half. Count goes to 1-2. Esparza trying to get out of this little jam. 4 runs have come across. Trying to keep it at just that and just the 8-0 lead. The Sasquatch offense got a long way to go. Shady set to collect here on the 1-2. He does, and now delivers to Caden Cantu. That one's a check swing on the outside. He throws him again. Another backwards K to end inning. A backwards K to end an inning where 4 runs came across. An 8-0 lead early for the Casper Spuds. The Sasquatch got to try to replicate what the Spuds did yesterday. Chip away ever so slightly. They're down 8.
New games every month at the Lodge. We are constantly updating our gaming floor with the latest fun games to keep our guests entertained with new games every month. For the freshest selection of slot machines in town, make the Lodge at Deadwood your gaming destination. The locals' choice for gaming excitement with the newest games is the Lodge at Deadwood Gaming Resort.
We go to the bottom half of the second inning. The Sasquatch in an early hole. They trail by 8. And now they got to try to chip away, starting with Luis Reyes. It's 5, 6, 7. Reyes, Richie, and Vorwald due up here to face Logan Lathrop back out on the mound. He got a 4 batter, 1 base hit from Seth Nelson. Other than that, 3 weak contact, 2 groundouts, 1 in the air. He ended that inning with a 0. Now he works with an 8-0 lead. Reyes was our player of the game yesterday, was phenomenal behind the plate. He moves over to shortstop in this one, trying to get some offense going. Cameron Murphy is getting loose in the bullpen for the Sasquatch. We'll see if they trot out Esparza here in the third. First pitch can be a check swing strike called on Reyes on the lower half at the 0-1. It's got to do wonders for your confidence if you're a pitcher, especially if you're Lathrop. You go in the bottom of the first with a 4-0 lead. You leave with a 4-0 lead. And you come back in the second with an 8-0. That ball's chopped off the edge of that over to second. Receiving it's Barricani. Goes over to his first. Easy, 1 out. Dylan Ritchie coming up to the plate now. Hit his first collegiate home run yesterday on an absolute moonshot to right field in the first pitch he saw of the ball game. Ritchie attacks pitches early in counts. Does not like to take first pitches, especially if they're anywhere near the strike zone. We'll see what he gets right here with a pitcher like Lathrop. That has been absolutely locating extremely well. Have to expect Ritchie to swing and possibly hit this first pitch. Let's hope it finds green. First pitch he will not swing at because it will not find the zone. It's a 1-0 count as that one drifted way outside in the left-hand batter's box at the 1-0 count. It's a scorcher here. The sun beating down, and it's humid here in Spearfish, South Dakota. Thinking for a wet one. That one's going to be drilled foul from Dylan Ritchie. Count goes to 1-1. 84 degrees. Sunny with little clouds in the sky. And a 50% humidity, which, man, it's due to all the rain that just passed and now moving on to Missouri. Just was south of Spearfish, South Dakota earlier on in the day. 1-1 count out of Ritchie. He watches that one go way outside in the left-hand batter's box. Just missed the outside half. Gets all the way to the backstop. Count goes to 2-1. Trey Vorwald standing on deck. Did not play yesterday. Was a defensive substitution after being a pinch runner in the 8th. Represents an insurance run. Did not come across the score. He's on deck with Chaz Crook in the hole, the third baseman in the 8th spot. See if the bottom half of the Sasquatch order can get going after Reyes, the 5-hole hitter, grounded out over to second. 2-1 count out at Dylan Ritchie, trying to get on here with 1 away. He takes that breaking ball inside, almost gets a piece of him. He gets out of the way, count goes to 3-1. It was a 1-out single by Nelson up the middle last inning. He was stranded at second base to end that inning. See if Ritchie can replicate and get on base with 1 away. He's got a 3-1 count. Here's the 3-1. And now he's going to hit that one on a line out to center field. Elijah Reeves veering out, makes the jumping grab. It drifted a little bit over his head, but Elijah Reeves shows off the vertical, makes the grab above the head. There's 2 away. Now it's going to bring up Trey Vorwald with 2 away. Could be a 1-2-3, a well-hit ball by Dylan Ritchie. Did not matter. He was retired. Now let's see what Vorwald can do, getting his start in left field today. And getting the day off yesterday until the last inning where he came in as a runner, as we talked about, for the insurance. And man, left field, that one inside, gets out of the way. Almost was nailed by that one. It's a 1-0. Vorwald was the one who was hit for the single season hit by pitch record that the Sasquatch set a few series ago. He was almost hit on the first pitch of this at bat, on the first pitch he's seen all series. It's a 1-0 count now. Lathrop set to deliver, and here's the pitch. That one up and in again, and Vorwald's almost been struck twice by Logan Lathrop. He's up 2-0. Chin music right there, trying to back possibly Trey Vorwald off from the plate. Hitting .290 on the year coming to this one. 38 base knocks, 1 home run. That was his first collegiate home run over the Mahler Monster in left field at Mahler Field over in Fremont, Nebraska against the Moo. 2-0 count out of Vorwald. This one's going to be lined up the middle. Reeves rushing in on the slide, catches it on the grab. And now, that's end the inning. Looked like he might have dropped at the end the body language he gave, but he held on. 1, 2, 3, 2 well-hit balls from Ritchie and Vorwald out to center, but Elijah Reeves showing off the glove out there. We go to the third, down 8-0.
Knee replacement? With the area's only ROSA robot, Monument Health offers a more personalized and precise procedure, customized for your anatomy. Get going with Monument Health, your partner for advanced orthopedic care.
We go to the third inning and a tale of two sides so far from each pitching staff and defense in retrospect, as Elijah Reeves makes two excellent grabs in center field to end that second inning in a 1-2-3 fashion in order with another 0 for the Casper Spuds. They lead 8-0. And now the bottom of the order set to roll over to the top for the third time already. Burt, Reeves, and then Burke for the third time today. Nicholas Esparza back on the mound, and Gage Crott finds himself in center field now. Man catcher to start, right field in the second, and now he's in center. First pitch can be outside, called for a strike to Burt. Struck out looking back in the first inning to end that big first inning. Esparza, 2 big innings so far from this Spuds team. They have just found green and forced the Sasquatch to make mistakes, as that one's too low. Scooped by Seminara to 1-1. End of the season here in Spearfish, South Dakota. This is the second to last game of the year. Esparza down 2-1 in the count now, as that one just missed outside in the outer third. I think everyone's feeling the effects of a long summer and a lot of baseball. Sasquatch may be included, as that one's chopped weakly on the third baseline and foul. I believe it also went off Burt's foot, or off at least the dirt right by the box. Now at the 2-2 count, Nicholas Esparza trying to get a big first out. He got a first out back in the first inning. Had a ground ball over to third in the last inning, but Elijah Reeves reached on an error. 2-2 count, that went upstairs, and the count's going to run full leadoff hitter. Parker Burt looking to get on base. He is right now paired with Elijah Reeves, who of course reached on the error. One of the only 2 people, the 8-9 spots, have not got a hit for the Spuds so far. They won't on that one, as that one's fouled off. The count will run full to Burt. Count was already full, and now it'll be full again. Parker Burt trying to get a leadoff base runner for the Spuds. They already work with an 8-0 lead here on this steamy and humid Saturday afternoon. Here's the payoff pitch from Esparza again, and that one's once again fouled off. This time goes off of Burt. Burt's got to walk around and now reset himself. Payoff pitch, part 3 to Parker Burt now. He's fouled off 2 straight, and now gets a third. Nicholas Esparza awaits, and now he will deliver the payoff pitch. That one's going to be a breaking ball that froze him. Another backwards K, this time to start it off. It's back-to-back if you include the one to gain Cantu that ended the second. There's one away. Gonna bring up Elijah Reeves, the center fielder. Reached on an error by Chaz Crook in the second. Came around to score the first run of that said inning. Now he comes up trying to roll over the top of the order, and he fouls off the first pitch on the inside off the edge of the bat. It got a piece of the hand on the swing, but it's a 0-1 count. It's Mr. Sasquatch tonight here in Spearfish, South Dakota. So in between innings, we're getting a little bit of competition from various members, including 2022 champion of the Mr. Sasquatch competition and 2022 and 2021 Sasquatch outfielder Nikki Winterstein. 0-2 count as that one found the outside, looking for a big second out and a quick second out at that. Nicholas Esparza. Here's the 0-2 pitch to Reeves. That one gonna be up and in, and he gets the swing. Back-to-back Ks for Nicholas Esparza. There's 2 away. An elevated fastball, and Elijah Reeves goes after it, swings right through it. That's one of the fastballs that you see, and I mean, there's no chance you're hitting that ball. Brings up Chase Burke for the 3rd time today. He's 1 for 2 with a single. First pitch, he watches that breaking ball going to the lower half for a strike. Esparza looks comfortable out there. We talked about Gage Crott in center field. Dylan Ritchie moving over to right. I have to see how that outfield looks, especially next inning. I have to assume Crott going to go over to left. 0-1 pitch can be skied high in the air, well foul, and the count will run at 0-2. Esparza's got 2 Ks already this inning, looking for number 3 right here. 0-2 count now. Nicholas Esparza delivers the 0-2 to Burke. That one a breaking ball in the dirt. Did not get a bite on the bait, and the count goes to 1-2. 1-2 count now. 2 away. Nicholas Esparza sets, delivers, and that one's high in the air to center field. Gage Crott veering towards the gap on the run back to the track, makes the grab. All 9 positions in 9 innings. Gage Crockett his first defensive action in center field to end the inning in a 1-2-3 fashion. A 0 put up by Nicholas Esparza. An 8-0 lead for the Spuds, however, going to the bottom of the 3rd. We go to the bottom of the 3rd. Nichols Esparza goes 1-2-3 with 2 Ks, puts up a 0. And now it's the offense's turn to try to chip away, leading off with Chaz Crook, the 8th spot. Ben Seminar in the 9 hole, standing on deck. And then Gage Crott, the utility man, started out catching. Right field, center field, already accomplished. He is the 3rd batter due up. Sasquatch offense, 1 base knock up to this point in this one. Trying to support Nichols Esparza. They haven't done so on offense or defensively, as 8 runs, but only 1 of them is earned to Nicholas Esparza so far. First pitch to Crook is going to be inside all the way into the right-hand batter's box. The count goes to 1-0. Back out on the mound, of course, is Logan Lathrop, and he's only allowed 1 single. Other than that, it's been 6 up, 6 down, beside from Seth Nelson. 1-0 count now to Chaz Crook, the 3rd baseman, trying to get on the base path. He swings at that one low. Count goes even at 1s. Lathrop got to go collect that ball as the throw from Burt got away from him, trying to go grab it. It's a 1-1. Trying to do a job right here and get a lead-off base runner for the first time this game is Chaz Crook. Here is the 1-1 count. That one way out and away. It's 2-1. Crook on the season, inning 237, 22 base knocked, 18 RBIs, has 3 long balls. Tied for 3rd on the season for the Sasquatch, behind DJ Van Atten, of course, and then Seth Nelson. And Crook's going to wear it. Crook wears the 2-1. He takes a hit by pitch. It's a leadoff base runner nonetheless for the Sasquatch for the first time today. 2nd base runner of the game for this team. Rolling it over to Ben Seminar, the catcher. Started in right field, obviously, with that 9-inning, 9-position challenge from Crott starting on the plate. But now, Seminar in his last game going behind the dish. Now we'll see what Ben Seminar can do. Lead-off runner reach for Chaz Crook, getting a close eye from Lathrop, not wanting to allow him to get off. Crook takes another extra half step. Here's the pitch to Seminar on the outside. He puts that one off the edge of the bat right back to Jack Naylor sitting by the dugout. Almost struck the Sasquatch first baseman. It's an 0-1 count. 0-1 quickly to Ben Seminar. Let's see what he can do. He has a knack for hitting barrels that just get caught. We'll see what he does now with Crook being antsy over there at first, trying to get ahead of Lathrop. That one inside. Seminar waves and misses that in, down 0-2. Now got to shorten the swing if you're the Sasquatch catcher. Gage Crott, the man who leads off and is our 9-position, 9-inning challenge guy today. He's on deck. See if Seminar can get on and keep it with no out. But even an 0-2 count, Lathrop sets and now delivers. That one going to be low and outside. Seminar leaves it off, trying to bring it up with Burt. It's called for ball 1 at the 1-2. 1-2 count now, Ben Seminara. Watch the 0-2 go down low. Crook taking another extra half step, trying to get ahead of Lathrop. But Seminar's got to try to put this ball in play. Breaking ball, he's going to put that one up in the air in a shallow left field. Rushing back at short is Castanola. He'll make the grab. Tried to poke in the shallow left field, didn't drift enough. There's one away. Brings up Gage Crott. Flew out the right field in the first pitch he saw. Now we'll see what he can do in his second at bat. Gonna slide over to left field in his next inning. Was in center back in the third. Now we'll see what Crott can do with one away. First pitch can be down low. Too low. It's called for a ball. It's a 1-0 count now with one away. Crook still standing over there at first. We'll see if maybe the Sasquatch try a hit and run, trying to reach that 0 off the board. Crott's going to ground that one over to short, rushing against Castanola. He flips a second, a 6, a 4, and a 3. Beats the speedy Gage Crott. No! He's called safe. It looks like they had the 6-4-3, and everyone on the field thinks it, but Gage Crott is safe. I think I have to agree right there that Gage Crott was probably gunned. That looked ultra close, but it looked like he was out. The speedy Gage Crott beats it. Keeps standing alive, rolls it over to Seth Nelson, the man with the only base knock of the night for the Sasquatch. Nelson on an 0-2 pitch, put it right up the middle off the edge of the bat. We'll see if Lathrop keeps attacking the outside the zone to Nelson, or if he tries to go inside. They're going to check Crott over there at first. He's in there safely. Crowd with a nice lead at first. He is a speed threat, so we'll see if the Sasquatch try to get him in scoring position for Nelson. Crowd looks like he's ready to take off. Lathrop going to check him, but now set to deliver the first pitch to Nelson. That one's going to be swung on and hit foul off the edge of the bat and the backstop. Count goes to 0-1, number 1-9. Sasquatch on their fourth batter of the inning, trying to get their longest offensive inning yet. Longest so far was in the first. Nelson was a part of that. He's got the only base knock, as we already talked about, with a single up the middle. We'll see what he can do now with Gage Crott reaching first in the fielder's choice ground ball. Crott still with a nice little lead over there at first. Nelson trying to keep this inning going. There's 2 away, however. That pitch can be inside. Nelson down the line. Don't pitch Seth Nelson inside. That's going all the way to the corner. Crott's rounded second, going to third. He's got that green light. It's an RBI triple as Nelson's going into third unattested. Do not pitch to Seth Nelson because that guy hammers baseball. Gage Crott comes around to score. The Goose Eggs off the board. It's 8-1. Ryan Bachman now up to the plate, grounded out to third base in his last plate appearance. Now trying to keep it going after Seth Nelson with that RBI triple. What a rip from number 1-9. Lathrop trying to get off of that one. Now he's got that one inside on the breaking ball, and it's called for a strike. Trying to get off easy as Nelson standing at third, representing the second run of the inning. Bachman with an 8-1 deficit for the Sasquatch, a chance to make it 8-2 right now. Nelson went down the first base line, gets his fourth triple of the year. And now an 0-1 to Bachman. He fouls it off on the low and inside, down 0-2 quickly. Bachman had a double yesterday, but other than that, did not have a fun offensive night. Has not had a lot of success at the plate out of the right side as of late. Has been a very patient bat, though. Waits for pitches and gets long ABs, but quickly in an 0-2 hole right here. Jack Naylor standing on deck. We'll see if the 3-4 spot can get over to Naylor in the cleanup. Bachman, the 3 spot in an 0-2 count. Lathrop sets and now delivers the 0-2. That pitch can be a check swing low in the dirt. Gets away. Nelson making a break for the plate, and he's going to score. Bachman holds off on the swing, avoids going after that one low in the dirt. Nelson comes across. It's an 8-2 ball game, chipping away ever so slightly. The bases are clear. Now Bachman's got a 1-2 count. Base is clear. Heads up. Base running from Seth Nelson on an 0-2 count. He was ready. He took off, and he comes around to score. Now on a 1-2 count, Ryan Bachman trying to get it going and get it across to Naylor. But one pitch away from getting out of this inning is Lathrop. Here's the 1-2 pitch, 2-away. That one's going to be outside again. Bachman does not go after it with a fastball low and away. It's a 2-2 count. Sasquatch get their first 2 runs of the game, chipping away. That's exactly what the Casper Spuds did yesterday, and they had an early deficit. And the Sasquatch, they had 8-0 after 2 innings of play. Now we got to see what they can do, trailing 8-2. 2-2 count, 2-away to Ryan Bachman. That one's going to be outside and away again. Does not bite for the 3rd time in a row. Gets the count to run full. Talked about it before in this at-bat when he was down 0-2. While he may not have the most luck at the plate right now in terms of hitting the ball, Ryan Bachman works, counts, has magnificent at-bats. And he works in 0-2, watches 3 go low and away, and now he's in a payoff pitch situation from Logan Lathrop. Payoff pitch coming up from number 24, Ryan Bachman. Lathrop sets and now delivers. That one's going to be swung on the line, on the left field line. It's going to go all the way to the corner. Bachman pieces it, 1 hop into the wall. Collecting to the left is Burke. Ryan Bachman, he's going to trot on into second base. It's a stand-up double for number 24. Now it's going to roll it over to Jack Naylor, trying to put up the 3rd run of the game, standing over there at second. Quick mound visit going to come up from James Baton. He's having a war with his pitcher, having a lot of trouble quickly.
Call 605-569-0701 for Creed Construction.
Has not been the game, or the inning, excuse me, that Lathrop hoped for, being up 8-0. A 0 is put up by a Spars in the top half of the 3rd. The offense answers with a few runs, a chance to add it and make it to 3.
Need help with the ins and outs of your business finances? The team at All Balance Bookkeeping is there to help.
Chris Sintek going to go break this mound visit up, and it has lasted a good amount of time.
Located on the corner of Hudson and Main Street.
Sintek breaks up the mound visit, infield returns, and Burke coming back to the plate. Now, runner on second after Bachman gets that double on the left field line into the corner. Jack Naylor grounded out the short to end that 1st inning, and now he's got a chance to bring home the 3rd run of the inning and keep the game intact. 8-2 is the current deficit. Naylor a chance to make it a 5-run lead for the Casper Spuds. They currently lead by 6. Lathrop keeping a close eye on Bachman, backing off his Bear County first pitch, and Naylor going to be sorted out on the outside for strike 1. A nice breaking ball right there. Got Naylor to go after it.
$10,000 tonight with our Grand Slam giveaway in the 8th inning.
Lathrop trying to get out of this with the minimal 2-run damage I've already come across. It was Seth Nelson's RBI triple, then he scored on a wild pitch, and Ryan Bachman keeps the train rolling with a double. And now Naylor's get that one high in the air going over towards the bullpen. He's down 0-2 quickly. It's an 0-2 count now to Jack Naylor trying to get going. He grounded out in his last plate appearance, but now he's got a runner in scoring position. He also had Seth Nelson in scoring position in his last at-bat. He grounded out the short, now in an 0-2 hole with Bachman at second base. Keeping a close eye on Bachman at second. That breaking ball, Naylor chops on the 3rd base line. It's gloved by Stocking. It's called the hot corner for a reason. His throw is low, but picked by Danielewicz. 2 runs come across. 1 credit to Seth Nelson with his 4th triple of the year. He has an RBI. It's 8-2 Spuds.
We're all going somewhere. Going higher, faster, farther. Going in new directions, to new places. At Monument Health, we keep going so you can keep going. We're dedicated to advanced orthopedic care with the latest innovations, technology, expertise, and treatment. So keep exploring, keep making memories, keep going with Monument Health as your partner. Learn more at monument.health/orthopedics.
Okay. All right. Samson's gonna pick our winner. Oh, Jim is our winner.
Well, there was that little competition right there, trying to get the most Sasquatch chant going. Longtime diehard fan Jim is going to win that one. And now we go to the fourth inning of the actual product. It's the baseball game. Nicholas Esparza back out onto the mound. His first pitch can be high in the air, lifted by Dawson Barricina. Leadoff hitter to shallow right field. Vorwald rushing in, but Bachman backpedaling. He makes the catch. Excuse me, that was a pinch hitter, Danner Hamburg. As the Spuds team loves to have pinch hitters. They do right there to Hamburg. He flies out to Ryan Bachman to start this fourth inning quickly. 2 runs came across for the Sasquatch to chip away from the 8-0, make it 8-2, and now trying to get it going. Matthew Marshak up at the plate now. He's 1 for 2, but has scored twice and reached twice. Also has an RBI to his night. He watches the first pitch go up high for a ball. It's a 1-0 count. That one going to be down low, picked by Ben Seminar, and it's a 2-0. The question everyone is asking is, where is Gage Crott? Well, he's in left field.
The question everybody wants to know, where is Gage? Gage is in left field out there. Left field, Gage Crott.
2-0 is skied high in the air. Foul is high up and in. Jammed him on that one at the 2-1 count as far as the fights back. So Trey Vorwald moving over to right field. Gage Crott in left and Dylan Ritchie back in center. The real game starts next inning when Gage Crott's got to come play infield. 2-1, a big wave and miss the breaking ball down low, and nasty pitch from Esparza away in front of it with Marshak, and it's 2-2. Esparza looking for a big second out. Matthew Marshak in a 2-2 count. And Esparza fooled him on the 1-2, and on the 2-1 now, that one low and inside, count goes full. Payoff pitch coming up from Esparza, trying to get a big second out before Lucas Daniel, who stands on deck, is at the rollover. Here's the pitch from Esparza. There's the swing from Marshak. There's the single in the right field. Marshak was sitting on it, just got a piece of it, was way over it, but pokes it out in the right. He's got a 1-out single, brings up Lucas Daniels. Excuse me. This will be a pinch hitter. It's going to be Austin Stallwick. Austin Stallwick going to be a pinch hitter in this one, so already starting the pinch hit barrage for the Casper Spuds. Did so yesterday, and they're not changing their ways today. First pitch is going to be inside, jammed him. He fouls it off. It's an 0-1.
So he is the new beer batter. That's number 20, Austin Stallwick.
Austin Stallwick's the new beer batter in this one. See what he can do. Yesterday came into the game and was the final out on a backwards K from Joe McBride getting the save. Now he's in an 0-1 count with Marshak standing on first, and that one up and in. He watched it for a 1-1. One count now, 1 away. Nicholas Esparza trying to recover after that 1-out single from Marshak. Drops a breaking ball in there for a strike. 1-2 count now to the beer batter, trying to get this crowd back into it. Down 8-2 of the Sasquatch, but Nicholas Esparza trying to put up another 0 potentially. They're going to check Marshak, get the close one, but he slides in there safely. A nasty pickoff move from number 1-8, just getting back in the nick of time was Matthew Marshak. Now set to deliver the 1-2. Esparza collects at the chest. Marshak still with a nice lead over there first. Esparza can deliver, and here's the pitch. There's the swing. There's the free beer. Not free, excuse me, cheap beer. As Austin Stallwick strikes out, Marshak remains at first.
$2 off beer, the remainder of this fourth inning. $2 off the adult beverage
Now it brings up number 18, James Castanola. Have to double check with every single batter that comes up that it's not a pinch hitter, because with the Casper Spuds, you never know. 2 away, Marsick standing on first. First pitch to Castanola, going to be outside, called for a strike. It's held by Seminar. A nice hold right there in the outside half. 0-1 count. Nichols Esparza trying to recover from the single. He's going to check Marsick again. The tag is close, but Marsick is in there in time. A quick pickoff move and good throws, allowing Naylor to have a real opportunity. Marsick gets back in. Now set to deliver the 0-1 to Castanola. Here's the pitch from Esparza. That one swung at him, missed low and away. A nice pitch from Shady, and now he's up 0-2. 0-2 count quickly. Nicholas Esparza trying to take care of business right here. Marsick still on first base. He's got a pretty antsy lead. Let's see if Esparza checks him again. He's going to deliver the 0-2 pitch to Castanola. Castanola's going to ground it hard over to Reyes. Flashes the leather, and easy flip to second. Bachman keeps the foot on, and it gets through it. A 1-out single. Does not matter. A 0 put up by Esparza. Recovering well from the 8 runs put up with no defensive help in the top half of the first and second. Another 0 down 8-2 going to the bottom half of the fourth. We go over to the bottom half of the fourth, another 0 put up by Nicholas Esparza on the offensive side. And now looking to get it going is Luis Reyes leading off here. It's 5, 6, 7, Reyes, Ritchie, and Vorwald. First pitch can be outside from the bullpen arm, Ryan Schmidt. He's coming out of the pen for the Casper Spuds as Danner Hamburg's taking over first base, excuse me. Second pitch, Reyes turns on it well down the left field line and well foul. He hammered it. That was a little bit off. The 1-1 count now. Reyes trying to get the offense started here. They put up 2 in the bottom half of the third. Now trying to answer. And get something going for the Sasquatch. Breaking ball up at the eyes. It misses for a 2-1. At first base appears to be Parker Burt as Danner Hamburg's playing second base for the Casper Spuds right now. And that one's going to get a piece of Reyes. At least we believe it got a piece, and it does. Reyes is on first. Ouija wears it. He's on first base. Lead off base runner once again. Another hit by pitch. It was a leadoff hit by pitch last inning by Chaz Crook that got the rally started. We'll see if the same thing happens here. Rolling over to Dylan Ritchie.
Number 14, Dylan Ritchie.
Ritchie lined out to center field in his last plate appearance. It's also a new center fielder for the Casper Spuds. Not quite sure the number, however. Hamburg at second, Parker Burt at first. We just figured it out here. Cantu is now catching as Dylan Ritchie. First pitch is going to be called for a strike. Reyes standing at first. Still, he's got to go back. Not quite sure who's in center field right now for the Casper Spuds, as they love defensive substitutions that make it hard on the eyes to figure out who's who. But it's an 0-1 count to Dylan Ritchie now. Trey Vorel standing on deck down, going to be in the dirt by Cantu, blocked on the third base line, and Reyes going to jog on over to scoring position. A pass ball right there allows Luis Reyes to go over to scoring position now. Dylan Ritchie with the 1-1. 1-1 count now to Dylan Ritchie. He's playing center field now. He played left field and right field. That's Gage Crowd with all 9 as well, has moved around. So, started out in center. That's what we're going to call him, the center fielder. 1-1 count out. Reyes with a nice lead. Here's the pitch to Ritchie. Turns on it, foul off the handle. Hits Jared Hunt over there at third base. And way to wear one, coach, right there. Taking a page right out of his team's book. One-two count out. Dylan Ritchie. Here's the pitch, and he's going to hit that one softly off the edge over to short. Reyes going to advance to third. The throw's going to be low and picked by Parker Burt. No, it's going to get by him, and Reyes going to try to trot on home. Ritchie's going to go to second. Reyes will score on the error. It's an 8-3 ball game. Dylan Ritchie's going to take second base on the E6. Looked like he was going to be out, but a job is done as Castanola's throw is just a little bit too low. Now brings up Trey Vorwald. Still no outs and a runner on second. Vorwald lined out as well to center field on a diving catch by Elijah Reeves, who is not in center field right now. Still can't make out a number out there. Vorwald on the third base line and fair. Going out to left field. Dylan Ritchie's going to go around third, head to the plate. The throw from left is going to be cut off. It's an RBI double for Trey Vorwald. It's an 8-4 ball game. The Sasquatch are chipping away, and now Ben Seminara comes to the plate, still with no outs. Or not Ben Seminar, Chaz Crook comes to the plate. Ben Seminar is going to step on deck, but a mound visit coming up right here from Andrew Mounts. Wants to talk to his arm. And Ryan Schmidt, who before this one had 12-2 ERA coming in, and, well, it hasn't gone much better. 2 runs have come across already, no outs recorded. Arms are going to start stretching in the Spuds bullpen right now. Trouble. An 8-0 lead is now 8-4 with damage to make it more.
And Spearfish Brewing Company, located on Main Street.
Mound visit over right there, broken up by the home plate umpire Christian Tech, and now Chaz Crook gonna step on in. Ryan Schmidt still on the mound, but action getting loose in the bullpen for the Casper Spuds.
Now batting for the Sasquatch, number 35, Chaz Crook.
Vorwald standing at second after his RBI double to score Dylan Ritchie, and now there's still no out to speedy Trey Vorwald standing at second. Crook first pitch gonna wave at that one in the dirt. A nice breaking ball from Schmidt, and it's strike one. If Crook gets a hittable fastball, it could be an 8-6 ball game just like that. We'll have to see what Ryan Schmidt's approach is right here. Here's the 0-1 to Crook. That one's low. Bounces away from the catcher behind the plate. Vorwald did not think it was gonna get away. He has to go back to second. Did not get a good enough jump. Behind the plate is Caden Cantu now, as we talked about. Parker Burt moving over to first base, as that one's up and in for a strike on a 1-2, as that one just got into the zone. See if Ryan Schmidt can get out of this one, but early trouble the Sasquatch threatening the chip away even more. They already got two. Now the 1-2 to Crook is a wave and a miss in the dirt. At the drop, third strike, tagging is Cantu, and there's one away. Bringing up Ben Seminara now, trying to get it going. Vorwald standing on second base. 2 runs have come across. Ben Seminara flew out to shallow left field in his last plate appearance.
Batting out for the Sasquatch, number 1, Ben Seminara.
Top of the order, set to roll over with Gage Crott. And now Ben Seminara trying to at least advance Vorwald, who's got a really nice lead at second. He's dancing around, getting ahead of Schmidt. He's keeping an eye on him, now delivers a Seminara breaking ball inside, nearly gets a piece of Seminara, but missed for a 1-0. (1-0) count now. Vorwald still dancing. Seminara watches that one at the eyes for a 2-0. Seminara on 3 pitches in his last at-bat flew out. Now 2 pitches in, he's in a 2-0 count. To Seminara. Trey Vorwald still dancing over at second, but now being ignored as that one's in the dirt. Pass Cantu down the first base line. Vorwald's going to trot on into first. Now 90 feet away is Trey Vorwald, and Ben Seminara has a chance to make it an 8-5 ball game with a 4-run lead for the Casper Spuds, but only one away in this one. Seminara can do a job right here. He's got a 3-0 count though to work with. 3-0 count now. Schmidt can't really pay attention to Vorwald now. Delivers strike one down low to Seminara on the 3-0. It's 3-1. Seminara thought he had ball 4 potentially as that one's borderline, gets the call. And now, see what his approach is on a 3-1. Vorwald is 90 feet away trying to block the sun from his vision of the pitcher. That one check swing in the dirt low and away. Gets by Cantu. Vorwald will score and Seminara will walk. It's an 8-5 ball game. Ben Seminara works the walk. The ball got away from Cantu behind the dish. Rolls over the top of the order, an 8-5 ball game now. The Sasquatch have made this one a game. Gotta have to imagine how long the leash is now. The arm is getting hot. Gage Crott up to the plate now. He's 0 for 2, but came around to score when he reached on a fielder's choice in the 3rd inning. Now he's got a chance to keep the train rolling. Looks to lay down a bunt off the edge of the bat, but it just missed and goes in the glove of Cantu for strike one. Tried to lay down a drag and get out of the box with a jump. Just missed it. It's an 0-1 count. Seth Nelson, the 2 spot, standing on deck. He is 2 for 2 with an RBI triple. See if he gets up to the plate now at an 0-1 count to Gage Crott. That one going to be chopped on the 3rd baseline and foul. Just missed it as he was just in front of it. A well-hit ball on the 3rd baseline could have gave Stocking some trouble over there at third, veering towards foul territory. But the count's going to go 0-2 on number 11. Looking for his first base hit of the night, Mr. 9 innings, 9 positions, leading off in this one. Here in the bottom of the 4th with the 1 away, a runner on first. Here's the 0-2 to Crott at the breaking ball down low, and they're going to call him on it. Doesn't love it. It's a backwards K2 away. A good spot from Schmidt, and I don't think Crott is still happy about that one. He goes down, and now Seth Nelson. Nelson had a triple down the first base line. Don't think that really could occur right here on a ground ball as Parker Burt is hugging the line as he's holding Seminar at first, so he's not going to be far off the line, as Danielowitz was in his last time when Nelson got that set triple. Corner of the infield, both hugging the line, stocking along the line at third. Nelson's first pitch can be low in the dirt, bounces off Cantu. Seminar's going to take off, and he's going to be easily in at second. In scoring position now, and an opportunity for Seth Nelson to chip away even more. The wild pitch on that one allowed Ben Seminar to reach the second. He's in scoring position now. Left center field wide open as the Casper center fielder playing a little bit over to his left. As that left center gap looks nice. Let's see if Nelson can go opposite again, as he has done a lot this year. 1-0 count now to number 1-9, Seminar, no one holding him. First is inside, that one's down the line and foul into the bullpen, nearly killed someone. I'll tell you one thing, a Seth Nelson line drive should be considered a legal weapon because, man, that thing was absolutely shattered. It's a 1-1 count as that one goes into the Sasquatch bullpen. Luckily did not kill, I believe that's Levi Graham up there standing around. Now he's got to recollect, try to straighten it out. Got a well piece of that one, but trying to straighten it out now as he checks swing at the dirt. They're going to try to offer, I have to imagine. Cantu hasn't pointed yet, as Nelson doesn't look like he went, but the Spuds won't offer. A team that loves to offer no matter what, they won't. It's a 2-1. Playing over in shallow right field is Danner Hamburg, the second baseman, is still hugging the line a little bit as Burt, after Nelson beat the first baseman Lucas Danielowitz on the ground. They're going to step off and check Seminar, even though no one's holding them. They just want to chase him back to the bag. Seminar will maintain a lead. Holding him is Castanola at short. Nelson steps in, and now he is set to make a knock. 2-1 count now. Schmidt trying to get out of this inning, which is a 3-run damage, but Nelson trying to make it 4. That one's going to be a ground ball over to first, and Burt's going to collect it on the back end, tag the bag. Runner stranded on the base paths, but 3 runs come across in this one. It's a brand new ball game, once 8-0. Now it's 8-5 going to the 5th. We go to the 5th inning of play here at Black Hills Energy Stadium. Nicholas Esparza back out on the mound. He put up 2 zeros after having a rough start to his night. Defensively, contact was made by the Spuds. Defensive plays weren't really made by the Sasquatch. But now he's back out and he's got a little bit of traction and an 8-5 ball game now as the Sasquatch have been chipping away ever so slightly. They put up 3 in the bottom half of the fourth. Pinch hitter Jackson Bates going to take over. Chandler Stocking's supposed to lead off. It's going to be Jackson Bates as the first pitch can be missed for a strike. It's Bates, Cantu, and Burt now. But Jackson Bates leading off. Nicholas Esparza playing shortstop in replace of Luigi Reyes is Bailey Bordas. That one misses outside. And where is Gage Crott? He's at first. Jack Naylor playing left field for the current moment, and Gage Crott's manning first base. We'll see how that stretch looks for number 11. His first action at first base all year. That one upstairs, and the count goes to 2-1 to the leadoff hitter. Esparza trying to recover after this 1-2 straight have missed a zone, and that one's poked foul in the lower half, and the count goes to 2-2. Jackson Bates had an 0-1, watched 2 go, and then fouled off the 2-1, now 2-2. That one way outside, gets past Seminar, and the count goes full.
Substitutions for the Sasquatch. This is getting fun. At shortstop, Bailey Bordas. In center or left field, I think it's Jack Naylor. And where is Gage? Gage is at first.
Gotta announce to the crowd, where is Gage Crott? You know, the center of attention today. But it's a payoff pitch now from Esparza to Jackson Bates on his first debut off the bench, and he'll make a full count walk. Lead off base runner for the first time since the second inning. And the second time all day for the Spuds. They got a lead off guy, roll it over to, I believe that's Caden Cantu. You never know anymore with who's up to the plate with the Spuds. There's so many pinch hitters and offensive substitutions for this team. I feel like they're getting every single person involved. First pitch taken off, and it's spoiled by a foul ball. Got to go all the way back to first base now. Oh, 1 count after the stolen base attempt from Bates was canceled out by a foul ball. We'll see if he decides to take off again. He's got a pretty small lead. He will not. That pitch check swing in the dirt, call for a ball to 1-1. Esparza trying to recover. He lost him right there for a full count walk to the leadoff hitter, and now he's got Caden Cantu, a guy who has 2 RBIs, a double. Been pretty good tonight, but he struck out looking at his last plate appearance. They're going to check the run over at first. He's back in safely. Esparza's got a quick pickoff move, but not a big lead over there as Bates. Now stepping back in is Cantu. Here's the 1-1 pitch from Esparza. He collects at the chest and now set to deliver. Runner takes off. That one's up high. Seminar pops up on the back end of Bachman. The tag will not be in time. A stolen bag as Seminar had to try to rush that one. He got it there, but it was on the wrong side of the bag. Now in scoring position with no outs still, Caden Cantu has a chance to add some RBIs to his night, more of which he already has 2. Two-one count as part of the checks runner. Second now delivers the breaking ball outside, and the count goes even to 2s. The Spuds working pitch counts well as Cameron Murphy in the Sasquatch bullpen appears to be ready and on standby if needed to try to get a couple more solid innings. The Sasquatch are trying to mount a comeback. Parker Burt standing on deck. Playing first base now, started behind the dish, but now Cantu is behind the dish. And he's up now with the 2-2 count. Esparza delivers the 2-2 right here to Cantu, and it's a swing and a miss outside. Another K for Nicholas Esparza, 1 away. That is strikeout number 6 on Esparza's night. There's 1 away in his 5th inning of work, trying to get through.
Number 29, catcher Parker Burt.
Now brings up Parker Burt. Struck out, back in. The first and third, swinging and looking on both of them. And now he's got a chance against Esparza, but he's not going to get it there. An ugly swing low and away in the dirt. Get the chase, it's an 0-1. A leadoff walked in that stolen bag that allowed Bates to be in scoring position on his first time into the game. Esparza trying to get back-to-back Ks potentially. He struck out Cantu now in an 0-1 versus Burt. Here's the 0-1 pitch from Esparza. That one's low and outside. Does not get a call. It's 1-1. We're in the 5th inning of this one, and it was an 8-0 Casper lead early on. The Sasquatch have made it a ball game and at least made it competitive. Esparza trying to keep it that way. It's 8-5 currently. That pitch outside, low and away, does not get the call on the breaking ball. Esparza doesn't love it. Getting no benefit of that out from Chris Sintek. He's down 2-1 now. Now's the time you got to fight back. With the 9 spot in the top of the order set to roll over. The 9-hole hitter on deck. It will not be Elijah Reeves as he was replacing center field. We'll have to see who exactly it's going to be. 2-1 pitch now. That one going to be fouled off on the inside, and now it's 2-2.
Remember to take your foul ball to the concession stand and get a squat spot.
Esparza fighting back. Watch 2 go away in the dirt, and now he's got a 2-2 and that one fouled off. See if he can fight back in a big second out. 2-2 count, man on second, 1 away for Nicholas Esparza, trying to recover after the leadoff walk and stolen bag by Jackson Bates. Burt settles in, Esparza collects at the chest and now set to deliver the 2-2. At the breaking ball, it's hit up the middle, over his board, Esther hit, make the play on the slot, can get the center field, he'll score a run. Give me an RBI single for Parker Burt, it's 9-5. Rolls over to the 9 spot. It's Christian Garena now. Stepping on his home plate umpire. Christian Tech didn't have his helmet on as Esparza was set. That could have been bad, but now we'll get the first pitch of the day after Parker Burt answered with the first run for the Spuds since the second.
Christian Garena.
First pitch to Garena as Burt got a 2-2 single up the middle to score a run. And the first pitch can be high and away to Garena for ball 1. Sasquatch trying to mount a comeback in this one, but the Casper Spuds get their first action on offense since that second inning. Avoid 3 straight zeros from Esparza and a chance to make it more with just 1 away. Checking the runner over at first in safely. Still a close tag though, as Esparza is very quick on his pickoff and puts it in perfect spot. Now the 1-0 pitch from Esparza. Burt a nice lead over that first. That one's at the letters. Call for a ball. It's 2-0. Count. Nichols. Esparza got to try to fight back now. That RBI single by Parker Burt puts up a run against, and now he's got to try to recover. Could get a ground ball double play though, but that won't happen. That one's skied high in the air in the foul territory. Crook giving chase, but he'll run out of room. Count goes to 1s. Excuse me, 2-1 count. Scoreboard is a little bit behind here at Black Hills Energy Stadium. So it's a 2-1 count now, trying to fight back. Got a foul ball on the 2-0. Nichols, Esparza collects. Burt still is pretty small lead over there at first. That one's going to be a breaking ball. Finds the zone with no swing from Garena, and he knows it. He is so upset. He thought he had it. Turns around, says something to himself. Can't really say what, even though I could read his lips up here. But it's a 2-2 count now. Nichols, Esparza trying to get a big second out. Here's the 2-2 pitch number 1-8. That one's going to be swung on, chopped over to third. Crook moving over. Can't make the play at second, but he'll get the force at first. A good stretch by Karate, and there's 2 away.
With the glove at first.
Top of the order now. Leading off with Ryan Schmidt and a mound visit right now. Nicholas Esparza from Coach Hunt. Are they going to move to Cameron Murphy, or is Nicholas Esparza just getting a word? They will. Nicholas Esparza, a solid outing. You may look at the 9 runs, but you got to look at the earned. Only 2 earned runs so far, number 3 being on second for Nicholas Esparza through 4 2/3 of work. What a summer it was for number 1-8. He deserves a huge standing ovation in this one. A job well done and a summer well done. Nicholas Esparza checking out for the last time. An emotional moment, but what an outing and what a season. From Esparza, we'll come back. The bullpen getting the call. It's going to be Cameron Murphy.
Wyoming and Jamestown College innings of Jimmy, number 13, Cameron Murphy.
Cameron Murphy out of the bullpen to face Ryan Schmidt, the leadoff hitter now. Runner on second, 1 run's come across. He relieves Nicholas Esparza trying to end the 5th inning. 1 run's come across for the Casper Spuds offensively.
Pinch hitting for the Spuds, Ryan Schmidt.
Ryan Schmidt was on the mound in the last inning when the Sasquatch put up 3. He watches ball 1 go inside, bouncing Seminara. What a play behind the dish. He collects that off 1 hop. Now Murph has got to try to get a last out here, relieving Nicholas Esparza. This is a pretty deadly back-to-back duo. See if Cameron Murphy can do it right here. Bordis backs off the runner in second. That one's a big swing and miss on the lower half from Ryan Schmidt, and it's a 1-1. Murph, typically a starter in the year. This out will get him to 40 innings on the summer. Got a 5.4 ERA, a 1-3 record, 30 Ks, 20 walks through his summer. Been a pretty solid arm all year for the Sasquatch. Had a few rough outings as of late. But that one's going to be drilled out the right field. Past the glove of Gage Crott, trying to move in. Vorwald comes in. They're going to send Bird around. Vorwald's throw is not going to be in time. It's an RBI single for Ryan Schmidt. It's 10-5. It was a softly hit ball that gets into right field. 2 runs come across now, and now it's 10-5. Danner Hamburg now to the plate. That one's going to be low off Seminara, then goes off Chris Syntek's helmet, and awards a free bag to Chase Burke on the wild pitch. Now another runner in scoring position for the Casper Spuds, trying to answer the 3 spot put up in the bottom half of the 4th that chipped away the game and made it a 3-run ball game. They put up 2 and made it back to 5. And it's going to go up to Bordis. He collects it. Bordis from shallow left field on the throw. Gage Crott, what a strike by number 11. 2 runs come across, but 1 runner stranded on. Bordis to Crott ends the inning. It's 10-5 going to the bottom of the 5th inning.
We're all going somewhere. Going higher, faster, farther, going in new directions, to new places. At Monument Health, we keep going so you can keep going. We're dedicated to advanced orthopedic care with the latest innovations, technology, expertise, and treatment. So keep exploring, keep making memories, keep going with Monument Health as your partner. Learn more at monument.health/orthopedics.
Bottom of the 5th inning action here in Spearfish, South Dakota. The Sasquatch led up 2 in the top half of the 5th inning with some nice base knocks from the Casper Spuds. They got 10 runs, 10 hits, and now the Sasquatch trying to chip away even more. It's a 5-run game all over again. Bullpen gets the call. Jackson Bates onto the mound. Walks solo Bates, came around to score in the 5th inning offensively. Now he takes the mound to face Bachman, Naylor, and Reyes. First pitch to Bachman is going to be chopped on the third base line, veering towards foul territory. Makes the play on the glove. The far throw is going to be off. It's going to get by, and Bachman's going to be rewarded first. Ryan Bachman gets a single to lead off here as the third baseman was veering towards foul territory on a back foot. The throw was wild as a matter of fact, but nonetheless, Bachman does a job right there and now brings up Jack Naylor. Naylor 0 for 2 on his night, now trying to keep it going. Ryan Bachman standing at first. First pitch can be down low, call for a ball from Bates. Bachman gets on first with a single on the third base line. He's now got a single and a double with an RBI. Been phenomenal today offensively. We'll see if he can add maybe a run scored to his night, if Jack Naylor can get the offense going behind him. 1-0 count. That pitch can be low. Naylor down the third base line. It's past the glove of the third baseman into left field. Bachman rounding second, going to third. Will he get the green light? He'll get the red light, but it's going to be a double from Jack Naylor, second and third. Offense getting going now. 2 base knocks, 2 runners on second, 1 runner on second, 1 runner on third, 2 in scoring position. Brings up Bailey Bordes. Number 22, Bailey Bordes now came in as a defensive substitution at shortstop. Let's see what he does now. 2 runners in scoring position, trying to chip away again. It's currently a 5-run lead for the Spuds. First pitch can be way outside. Cantu is going to keep that fastball in front of him. It's a 1-0 count. He's going to go have a word with this pitcher after that one because, man, was that pitch way out of the zone. Bordes awaiting now as Bates having a little bit of a discussion with Cantu.
We'll have 2 contestants tonight for a Squatch Dog Challenge, Dalton and Chandler. They're not competing against each other. They're competing against the Squatch Dog Challenge.
Quick mound visit over now. Cantu returns, and now Bailey Bordes steps back in. Bates is trying to recover from back-to-back knocks by Bachman and Naylor. Bailey Bordes trying to do something big right here and get this crowd back on into it. That pitch can be fouled off on the inside, even to count up at 1-1 on the breaking ball. Dylan Ritchie standing on deck with Trevor out in the hole now. It's 5-6-7. This is Bordes' first time to the plate tonight after coming in as a defensive substitution. Now we'll see what he can do in the 1-1. Here's the pitch from Bates. That one's going to be outside, pulled back in and called for a strike. Good job by Cantu to pull the breaking ball back in, get the call from the home plate umpire, Chris Santek, and now a 1-2 count. Have to assume there might be an injury to Luis Reyes after he wore a pitch in his last at-bat. Got on, came around to score as Bailey Bordes came in immediately after. 1-2 pitch. Bordes hits that one on the line out into the left field. It'll score, possibly 2. Naylor going around third. He'll hit the brakes there. It's going to be an RBI single for Bailey Bordes. Runners at the corners. It's 10-6. Bailey Bordes and big base hits into left field when that man makes contact. Boy, is it loud and boy, does it travel far as that was a hammered piece to left. Scores Ryan Bachman, Naylor to third, and now mound visit infield coming in to talk to Jackson Bates after 3 base knocks on 3 straight batters. And for the Casper Spuds, this might be their downfall in the championship series is the lack of bullpen depth, or reliable bullpen depth, I should say. They have a lot of arms, as I have to do quick math to add them all up here. 14 listed pitchers have recorded innings that are currently on the roster. But depth-wise, I say they don't have that many pitchers that they can turn to. They are resting a lot of arms trying to get them ready, but you include starters, they don't have that many reliable bullpen arms that at least have shown their reliability against this Sasquatch team. And if they can't show their reliability against a Sasquatch offense that has its firepower but also has its hot and cold moments, what are they going to do against a Moo team that just absolutely hits the baseball? That could serve to be a problem heading into the championship series, and it's serving to be a problem here against the Squatch. Now brings up Dylan Ritchie with the tying run standing on deck. Dylan Ritchie now is 0 for 2, but came around to score back in the fourth when he reached on an error by Castanola. And now runners at the corners. Dylan Ritchie trying to keep the train rolling. Runner takes off. Ritchie a swing and a miss, and it'll be a stolen base for Bailey Bordas. Bordas now in scoring position. He's got a stolen bag. No, he'll go back to first. We're going to say that Ritchie got a piece of that one. Bordas was standing at second and then was told to retreat back. So they're going to say it was tipped by Ritchie. I'm going to have to assume. But Bailey Bordas back on first. See if he takes off again. He's got a bit of a smaller lead now. Takes an extra half step. Here's the 0-1 pitch to Ritchie. He will not take off, but it'll be a ball inside. Count goes 1-1. Don't hate the idea of taking off, trying to give Dylan Ritchie a chance to cut the 4-run deficit right in half at 2. But he's got runners at the corners. 1-1 count. No outs in this one for the 6th spot hitter and center fielder Dylan Ritchie. Now Bordas will take off. Ritchie going to put that one a hit and run right back to the second base where the second baseman was supposed to be. It's an RBI single. Advancing to third is Bailey Bordas. Dylan Ritchie's on the board. His offense has been spectacular in this series. It's 10-7. And the tying runs at the plate, represented by Trey Vorwald, who doubled down the third base line in the left field to score a run in his last plate appearance. No out still. It's 7-8-9. Vorwald, Crook, and Seminara. Bryson Hoyer has a bat, so we'll have to see who he pinch hits for. Because Ben Seminara's got a helmet, so I'm not going to think it's going to be for him. So we'll have to see who in the top half of the order Bryson Hoyer takes rips for. 0-1 count. The first pitch was a bunt that Vorwald tried to lay down. Trying to shake it off as that's a stinger on Vorwald. Got his right hand, and I don't know if he's going to be able to go. This might be where you have to see Bryson Hoyer go in the game. Head coach Jaron Hunt going to come over and have a word with Vorwald, and he's done. Vorwald's hand is not in good shape after getting struck right there. Going to look at the medical staff, and he is upset. Now it's going to bring in Bryson Hoyer as, Vorwald is not very high with that one. He's got to go over the trainer's table and get evaluated, but he could be looking at a broken hand. Ouch. That's a tough batter to lose, but Bryson Hoyer's got to come in with an 0-1 count.
Now batting for the Sasquatch, number 4, Bryson Hoyer.
Bryson Hoyer, the right-handed center fielder, but as of late against the Spuds and the Moo has been hitting left-handed. He's been hitting left-handed well. He's got 2 extra base hits in the 2 games that he's been swinging from the left side. Got runners at the corners in a 10-7 game. Ritchie's going to take off. Swing and a miss and a transfer error from Cantu. I think he wants it foul tipped. And will it be? Yep, Ritchie's got to go back. They'll say he got a piece. Cantu says he got a piece. That must be why he had trouble transferring it because it popped out of the glove on the transfer. It's an 0-2 count now. Bryson Hoyer with runners at the corners. Ritchie goes back to first. Still a pretty big lead as Dylan Ritchie. See if he takes off now on the 0-2. He won't. Here's the 0-2 to Hoyer. Swing and a miss outside. Bryson Hoyer going to be credited with the strikeout right there, coming into an 0-1 count. 2 straight swings and misses, and now 1 away brings up Chaz Crook.
Now batting for the Sasquatch, third baseman and number 35, Chaz Crook.
Chaz Crook now up to the plate. 0 for 1 with a strikeout on his last plate appearance in the 4th, but now a big opportunity here for the third baseman. But there is a double play ball in play if Dylan Ritchie can't get over to second base. We'll see if he takes off. Crook watches the first pitch go up and away for ball 1. It's a 1-0 count. Sasquatch answer the 2 spot, put up in the top of the 5th with 2 of their own. A chance to make it more at the 3rd, 90 feet away. They have a chance right here, a 1-0 count, down by 3. Runners at the corners. Richie will take off on this one. A great jump. Cantu, the pump fake, tried to get Bordas to bite, and he almost did, but Dylan Richie got a stolen base to 2nd. 2 in scoring position now for Chaz Crook. Chaz Crook got a chance now at 2 in scoring position. Ground ball, double play, at least a traditional one. It's taken away now at the 2-0 count. Number 35. Delivering that one outside for a strike. Crook's going to step out and rebalance himself here before the 2-1 pitch coming up. 2-1 coming up from Jackson Bates, who's had trouble when a chance to potentially get a big second out. He's got a 2-1 count to Crook with Ben Seminar standing on deck. 2-1 the count. Here's the pitch from Bates, and there's the swing and miss from Crook on the curveball outside, excuse me. Off-speed pitch goes away, and Crook swings after it, the 2-2 count. 2-0, turn to 2s. Chaz Crook now got to shorten the swing up right here. 2 runners in scoring position, tying run at the plate. Here's the 2-2 from Bates. That's a chopper down third base line, and that one's going to be foul. Oh, it looked fair, but it's called foul. Looked like a close one. It's called foul. Now Crook with a 2-2. Again, here's the pitch from Bates. Breaking ball high in there to left field. This one has a chance at the track. It's over the wall. No, it one bounces. It looks like it goes over the glove. It'll score 2. It's a 2 RBI double. It's a 10-9 game. Chaz Crook delivers. It looked like it one hopped over the wall for a ground rule double, but it stays off the top of the wall. And now Chaz Crook is 180 feet away from tying this thing up. He's got a 2 RBI double. Absolutely no wind, so that thing stayed in here at Black Hills Energy Stadium. But it's another thriller here against the Casper Spuds. It brings up Ben Seminar at the top of the order, set to roll over, and a 10-9 game, 1 away, tying run standing on second. Here's the pitch to Ben Seminar. That one low, call for ball 1. Seminar walked in his last inning, was stranded on second base after said walk. Now we'll see what he can do right here. A big spot on a 1-0, a chance to tie this game up potentially if he can poke it to the outfield. Crook takes off a swing and a miss from Seminar, throw over to third, and Chaz Crook's on a stolen bag. Chaz Crook is 90 feet away from tying this game up with 1 away. All Ben Seminar's got to do is do a job and put this one either on the ground well hit or deep enough into the outfield for a sac fly. It's a 1-1 count now, though. Bates trying to get out of this one with the lead, but 90 feet away is Chaz Crook from eliminating said lead and knotting this thing up at 10. Pitch to Seminar is going to be a chopper down third base line, and foul. Count's going to go to 1-2. Gage Crott on the top of the order standing on deck. So it's Crott and Nelson, the 1-2. If Seminar can keep this thing going, potentially drive home a run, keep just 1 away. But he's got a 2-strike count, got to shorten the swing right now if you're number 1. 1-2 count, 1 away, tying run 90 feet away. Here's the pitch from Jackson Bates. Seminar is going to chop to one weakly over to short. It does a job, it scores a run, and he's going to get a single out of the fact. An RBI single. Ben Seminara has tied this game up at 10. Those are the kind of base knocks Seminar was getting the entire first half when he was here. Arrived in Fremont, that's all he was doing, was getting soft contact hits. In July, he was getting hard contact outs. He returns the soft contact hits to tie the game. 1 away still. Seminar is at first. Brings up Gage Crott. The 8th batter of the inning. Crott 0 for 3, looking to get something going. They're going to check Seminar over at first. He's in standing up. This is a tie ball game at 10. Cameron Murphy went in with a 10-5 game in favor of the Spuds, and now his offense has knotted up with 5 runs currently. Seminar is going to take off. Crott's going to swing, put that one high up in the infield. Rushing back, and Cantu. Seminar's got to go back. Cantu has a late response, but it's going to be a 2-3 double play to end the inning. Hit and run is spoiled by a ball up in the air in foul territory. Cantu, what a play to end it. 5 runs come across. It's tied. We go to the top of the sixth inning. It's a 10-10 ball game. An 8-0 lead has been erased for the Sasquatch. And the first pitch of this inning from the Spuds is high up in the infield. Bailey Bordas going to take care of that one. There's one away, one pitch into the inning. Pop up from Matthew Marsick. Rolled it over to Austin Stallwick. Cameron Murphy trying to roll it right back over to the offense that put up 5 runs and tied this thing up at 10. We have a brand new ball game. That pitch can be delivered for a strike for number 1-3. Murph has not had a lot of success against this Spuds team. Trying to change that right now. Got a quick first out and now an 0-1 count to the cleanup hitter and a pinch hitter, Dawson Stallwick in his second at bat. Stallwick struck out in his first AB back in the 4th. Where's Gage Crott? That's a great question from Cody, our PA announcer. Gage Crott's playing second base right now. 2-strike count out and finds the zone. We have a new right fielder here in Spearfish, South Dakota. It's Ryan Bachman. As Gage Crott taking his spot at second base, Bachman's going to go over to right. Taylor returning the first base, and Bryson Hoyer taking over left. That one outside, did not get a bite. The count's going to go to 2-2. 2-2 count, one away. Murph looking for a big second out and maybe cheap beer again as Stallwick already struck out once. He is the beer bat after replacing Lucas Danielitz. Here's the pitch, that one inside. Count's going to go full. Payoff pitch coming up right now. Here's the payoff pitch from Cameron Murphy to Austin Stallwick, and it'll hit him in the back. That's anticlimactic, but a base runner nonetheless for the Casper Spuds.
Now batting for the Spuds, number 18, James Castanova.
Now it's going to bring up James Castanola, a single and a double to start, but grounded out to shorten his last plate appearance ending inning. He watches the first breaking ball go low and away for ball 1. 1-0 count as the beer batter and Austin Stolick was hitting a full count. He's on first. See how Murphy reacts to that one, checking the runner over that first behind the back. Here's the pitch. That one's a big swing and a miss, evens up the count at 1s. A beautiful pitch down Broadway. And Cameron Murphy gets a wave and a miss, and now it's a 1-1 count. See if the Sasquatch can get that offense back on the field. They're going to check Stolick over at first. He's definitely in safe. Slides back in head first safely. Now it's a 1-1 count, 1 away. Here's the pitch from Cameron Murphy. He sets at the waist. Stolick shows a nice little lead. Here's the pitch. That one swung on high in the air in the shallow center field. Dylan Ritchie on the run. Dylan Ritchie on the settle. Dylan Ritchie on the grab. There's 2 away. Gonna bring up Jackson Bates.
Now batting for the Spuds, Jackson Bates.
Just had a really rough inning on the mound, giving up 5 total runs and allowing this game to be tied. Now he comes up with 2 away and a runner on first. Cameron Murphy trying to avoid trouble from that 2-out hit or 1-out hit by pitch. Breaking ball is gonna be upstairs. Called for a ball at about the chin. It's shaping out to be a beautiful night here in Spearfish on this Saturday as Murph's going to check the runner over at first. A nice crowd here that just witnessed probably the most miraculous comeback so far that I've seen, but the comeback ain't complete yet because the Sasquatch haven't won. But it's 10-10 after being down 8-0. This team chipped away 3 straight innings of runs. That one going to be chopped over to Crook. Off 2 hops, he gets the force at second. Gage Crott tags the bag. A 1-out hit by pitch on a full count does not matter. A 0 put up. Get that scorching hot offense back out onto the field. We go to the bottom of the 6th, tied up at 10-0. Cameron Murphy puts up a 0, and the Sasquatch offense is back out onto the field after putting up 5 in the bottom half of the 5th. They come up here looking to take the lead for the first time tonight. It's 10-10 tie, leading off with Seth Nelson. Jackson Bates back out onto the mound. It's going to be Nelson, Bachman, and Naylor, 2, 3, 4. Nelson would have been the 9th batter last inning, but Gage Crott flew into a 2-3 double play in the foul territory. Takes the first pitch low and in from Bates. Jackson Bates back out on the mound after letting up 5 runs that tied this ball game. A lot of trust because he's right back out there. There's an arm getting loose, however. But right now, it's Jackson Bates inning. It's a 1-0 count to Seth Nelson grounded out the first base line to end the 4th in his last plate appearance. Looking to get this thing started. He puts it one high in the air to center field. Veering back, takes about 2 steps, then has to take another step forward. A misread, but a catch. There's one away. Gonna bring up Ryan Bachman. Got the rally started last inning with a leadoff single.
Now batting for the Sasquatch, number 24, Ryan Bachman.
Now number 24's got to step in with the one away. He's singled and doubled in his last 2 plate appearances. Just singled down the third base line. It was an infield single as the throw was going to be off, but he was going to be there. Watches that pitch go low and away for ball 1 at the 1-0 count. Standing on deck, of course, we talked about him, Jack Naylor. And in the hole is going to be Bailey Bordas. Offense trying to get back on top and get the first lead of the night after falling down 8-0 in the first 2. This would be huge. Hit the 2-0 count to Bachman as that one bounces in. Number 24 trying to do a big job right here. He started the rally in the last inning. We'll see what he can do in this one. He's got a 2-0 count quickly from Jackson Bates. Here's the 2-0 pitch. That one's going to be low inside. Picked up, but not a call. It's 3-0. Auto takes central coming up right here from Ryan Bachman. That's getting loose in the bullpen for the Sasquatch. Not getting hot yet, but getting loose is going to be Jack Sutton. 3-0 count, 4-pitch walk for Ryan Bachman. Here in the bottom half of the 6th inning, the Sasquatch have a base runner. It's a 1-out, 4-pitch walk, number 24. Ryan Bachman does what Ryan Bachman does best, not just snag baseballs at second. I'm referring to, I'd have to assume, possibly really close at least, to an Independence League lead in walks. Now Jack Naylor comes to the plate. He doubled in his last plate appearance for his first base knock of the night. Bachman a fake takeoff. They're going to check him at first. Tried the jump Bates, but he has to hit the brakes and get back to the bag safely at first. Now 1 away, Bachman walks, see if Naylor can get a 1-out rally started and see if the offense can trickle down. He's going to hit that one high into center field. That one's going to be back, but it's going to be caught. There's 2 away, 2 well-hit fly balls, both to center field. Bachman's 1-out walk, he's still at first. Now it's going to bring up Bailey Bordas. Big opportunity here, trying to keep it going and avoid just that runner being stranded on first.
Now batting for the Sasquatch, number 22, Bailey Bordas.
And now a big spot for number 22, his second at-bat of the game. He's 1 for 1 with a single. Now he's got a big opportunity right here. They're going to check Bachman again. They're scared of that speed over there at first base. He's in there safely. Doesn't even have that big of a lead, but they do not like him right there leading off like that. Nonetheless, here's the first pitch. Bachman will take off, but it's spoiled by a foul ball. He's got to turn around and go back on to first for no 1 count to Bordas. Oh, 1 count to Bordas. Bachman looked like he was going to have a chance, at least a very hefty one at bat, to be safe at second and be in scoring position. Bordas took a hack at the inside pitch, fouled it off with an 0-1. Bachman back to first base. Sasquatch trying to get another W, but that doesn't happen if you're not in the lead, looking for their first lead of the night. Here's the 0-1 pitch to Bordas. We'll see if Bachman decides to take off again, and he will. That one's left off by Bordas, down low for a strike. Bachman at the second plate tag. Not in time. He's in there safely. An 0-2 count to Bailey Bordas. Now you got to shorten the swing, but an RBI chance to go ahead run for the Sasquatch for the first time tonight is in scoring position. Ryan Bachman's at second. Holding him over there is Hamburg. He's going to back off, and now the 0-2 pitch to Bailey Bordas. That one swung on high in the air to left center field. Drifting into the gap as the center fielder will make the grab as Preston Knott. Bachman's walk steals the bag in a scoring position, but 3 well-hit balls all grabbed by Knott in center. Keep a goose egg on the board. We're going to the 7th, tied at 10. We're in the 7th inning, and Gage Crowd is now ventured over to the shortstop position. Bailey Bordas sliding over to the hot corner. Chaz Crook's going to take over right field, and Ryan Bachman's back to second base after an inning of right field. That's now Chaz Crook's responsibility. Cameron Murphy back out on the mound in a 10-10 ball game. We're to the back half of this one, and this game is coming down to the wire. 1-0 pitch delivered up and away for ball 2 on the check swing from Cantu. At the 2-0 count. Caden Cantu catching now. Start out as our DH with Parker Burt standing on deck. That one's going to be down low. He's up 3-0 on Cameron Murphy. It's a 10-10 ball game here in Spearfish. Jack Sutton is getting loose in the bullpen for the Sasquatch. Gotta see if Murph can give you at least one more quality inning in this one. We'll see what number 1-3 can do. This pitch can be swung on and drilled on the left field line. It's veering, it's foul. Oh, because that ball was absolutely destroyed by Cantu. What a play. Nonetheless, I believe the count actually, it says 2-2 on the scoreboard. I was under the assumption it's a 3-1 now, but looks like it's 2-2 count. Gage Cross standing at shortstop. Here's the pitch from Murphy. That one swung on foul again. Hopefully we can get the home plate umpire, Chris Sintek, to hold up the count because there's a little confusion. But if he's not going to, I believe that 2-2 is correct. 2-2 is correct. We'll do it again. Murph got a 2-2 foul off by Cantu. Now trying to recover. Here's another 2-2 pitch. Part 2 of the day. That's a check swing down low, and he's down looking. You need help shopping? Nope, I'm just looking. Caden Cantu's down on strike 3. Roll it over to Parker Burt at a big single. Came around a score back in the 5th inning. He's got 2 Ks tonight. Let's see if Murph can make it 3 and get back to back. First pitch to Burt's going to be outside for a strike. Didn't lift the bat off the shoulder on the breaking ball. It's an 0-1 count. Murph sets at the waist, working with a lot of tempo in this one, and now delivers an 0-1. That one's going to be swung on high in the air. Now it's an 0-2. A big opportunity here to get back to back. We'll see what Cameron Murphy can do. You got to go over the defense every inning now with Bryson Hoyer in left field. Obviously, after Trey Vore left the game injured. Chaz Crook now manning right because Bailey Bordas and Gage Crowder left side of the infield. 0-2 count for Murphy. Here's the pitch to Burt. Breaking ball going to be down the line in the right field, but veering foul. Goes foul by like 2, maybe 3 feet. It's another 0-2 pitch coming right up. A 2-2 count was fouled off by Cantu. Then he went down looking. An 0-2 count is fought off by Parker Burt. Now we'll see what Murph brings with another 0-2. Part 2 to the second batter of the inning with 2 strikes. Here's the pitch from Murphy on the 0-2. That one's hit well off to the left center gap. Ritchie veering over, can't make the grab. It's going to be a leadoff base knock for Parker Burt. A 2-strike knock. A good 1-out hit from Parker Burt. He's on first, and the go-ahead run for the Spuds now is on first base with 1 away after Bachman had a 1-out walk to get on first. Now Parker Burt nails one in the left center gap. Going over to the 9 spot hitter. And Christian Garena. First pitch down low. Call for a strike on the lower half. And Christian Garena. His second at-bat since appearing as last at-bat he grounded out to third base. We'll see what he can do here. Murphy's going to check Burt over at first. The tall catcher doesn't seem like he's much of a speed threat or much of a threat at all, as he's not leading off more than maybe a step. Takes an extra half. Now he does have a 1.5 step lead. We'll see what Murph does. 1-0 count. That one going to be hit high in the air in the left center field. Veering over is Hoyer, veering over is Ritchie. Hoyer calls him off, makes the grab. There's 2 away. Going to bring up the top of the order in Ryan Schmidt. Singled in his only at-bat so far. And now Cameron Murphy trying to take care of business after that 1-out single on an 0-2 count. Gets an easy fly out from Garena into left field. And now he's 1 pitch away from putting up a 0 and get us a stretch, tied at 10. Burt's still a pretty small lead at first, takes an extra half step. Now he's antsy. First pitch can be grounded over to Naylor, collects it off 2 hops, tags the bag, goes to second. They get the double play. It wasn't even needed. There was 2 away, but hey, it's a 3-6 double play anyways. We're going to say it anyways. Jack Naylor had no idea there was 2 out still. Top of the 7-0 for Cameron Murphy. We stretch tied at 10.
Do you know the locals' choice for gaming excitement? is the Lodge at Deadwood Gaming Resort. With new games arriving every month, our selection of slot machines is the freshest in town. You can always find a game with our card tables open 24 hours a day. And parking is free and easy at the Lodge, with the area's largest free parking only steps away from our front door. Enjoy spacious and comfortable gaming at the Lodge at Deadwood, the locals' choice.
We stretched an hour in the bottom half of the 7, still tied at 10. Sasquatch offense looking to take the first lead of the day for themselves. Richie Hoyer and Chaz Crook due up in this one. It's 6, 7, 8 with Ben Seminar, the catcher, standing in the hole as a 9-hole hitter. Big spot for the lineup. Dylan Ritchie leading off. Single stole a bag, came on the score as an RBI. We'll see what he can do now leading off. He takes strike one, blown away. Jackson Bates still on the mound. Got a 0 in the bottom half of the 6th inning. Despite walking Ryan Bachman, got through that one easily with 3 well-hit fly balls, but all into the glove of Preston, not at center field. 0-1 count to Richie now is low and inside. Call for ball 1, count goes to 1s. Sasquatch have not had a lead tonight. They're looking for the first one of the day. Trying to roll it over to Cameron Murphy in the top half of the 8th. 1-1 count. Here's the pitch to Richie. He's going to hit that one softly past the glove on the mound of Bates. Over to second. He's out at first. It was a close play, and Dylan Ritchie hobbling in foul territory right now. Looks like he might have short-stepped himself. Hope he's okay and can continue. He looks fine now, jogging back. Brings up Bryson Hoyer. Struck out. Came into an 0-1 count with Trey Vorwald after Vorwald caught a ball in the hand that seemingly might have broke his hand after the way he reacted. 2 straight swings and misses from Hoyer. Had a K, and now he comes up for his first real at-bat. Looking to lay down a bunt. He pulls back as that one's low in the dirt. It's ball 1. Tried to catch the corner of the infield. Off guard, Parker Burt. At first, rushed in. Same with Stallwick standing at third. We'll see if he can catch him off guard again. Burt now playing a little bit in. 1-0 count to Hoyer. No bunt attempt, a swing and a foul ball into the netting that protects the Spuds dugout. It's a 1-1 count. Standing on deck, of course, is Chaz Crook. Had a big 2 RBI double to make it a 1-run game, then scored the tying run when Ben Seminara drove him in with an RBI single. Bottom part of the order tied this thing up. We'll see if the bottom part of the order can get the lead going. 1-1 count out of Hoyer. Outside, tried to stick it out there was Cantu. It's too far in the right-hand batter's box. It's 2-1. Honestly, when I saw an 8-0 lead from the Spuds after 2 innings, I should have known that it's the Sasquatch and Spuds. Weird things happen. They're always close games. Sasquatch come back. It's 10-10. Hoyer goes after the 2-1 up high. Fouls it off the edge of the bat. It goes 2-2. He's got to step back in, rebalance himself, tightening up the batting glove before he steps in. A big spot right here, trying to roll it over Chaz Crook. It was a 1-out walk by Ryan Bachman in the last inning, and now a 2-2 with 1 away to Bryson Hoyer. Bates looked comfortable last inning after having not so fun at the bottom of the 5th. Now he's got one Now he's got one away. Now he's got two away after Hoyer swings and misses at that one. Right in the middle of the sentence was going to say now he's got one away, one strike away from two away. But he gets that strike, two away. Gonna bring up Chaz Crook, the third baseman.
Number 35, Chaz Crook.
Chaz Crook now with two outs, trying to avoid a 1-2-3. He's gonna chop the first pitch down the third baseline, foul. And it's an 0-1 count to the Sasquatch third baseman. Had a big two-strike double that drove in two. Okay, he stole third base and then came around to score. Chaz Crook having himself a day. See if he can add another base hit to his night. This has been an offensive showdown. 20 runs, 21 total hits between these two squads so far. And Crook's gonna hit that one into the ground onto left field. He's got another base knock. Chaz Crook's second hit of the night. Trying to get a 2-out rally started. The go-ahead run is on first. Now it brings up Ben Seminar at the top. The order set to roll over.
Let's do 50-50.
And a quick mound visit going to come over to Bates. Is that going to be it for him on the night? Will they move to the pen? We'll have to see, and they will. That'll be it for Jackson Bates on the mound. Moving to the bullpen of the Casper Spuds. Chaz Crook on first. He's the go-ahead run. And Bates is just going to jog on out to the outfield. He's definitely going to stay in here. That means someone's coming in. Preston Knott walking in. Is he going to come onto the mound and pitch? We'll have to see when we come back. I believe Preston Knott's going to be the new pitcher. No. Knott's just going to come into the infield. Bullpen going to get a call, though, when we come back. Chaz Crook standing on first with two away.
Health, we keep going so you can keep going. With advanced orthopedic care, technology, innovations, and treatment. So keep exploring, keep making memories, keep going with Monument Health as your partner.
Bullpen gets the call. Preston Knott comes from the outfield. Bates goes out there. Knott goes to second, and Danner Hamburg's onto the mound. Go ahead, run on first after Chaz Crook's 2-out single. Brings up Ben Seminara now. Tied this game up with an RBI single in his last plate appearance. First pitch going to go inside. He gets out of the way, almost hit him. Hamburg kind of throwing a little sidearm action right now. We'll see how a right-hander and Ben Seminara reacts to that with Gage Crott standing on deck as well. I've seen Gage swing left-hand before, so we'll see if he potentially tries to do that right now to eliminate that. Crook takes off, throws high and away, and no throw down from Cantu. Chaz Crook got his second stolen bag of the night. Now in scoring position, a 2-0 count to Seminara. He tied this game up at 10. Let's see if he can potentially put the Squatch in the lead, if he can poke this one to the outfielder, get a piece of it, and leave no doubt about it. Got a 2-0 count now. Here's the pitch from Hamburg. Sidearm, a big swing on that one. It's a tough angle to track down, especially if you haven't seen it all game. And it's a 2-1 count to Seminara. Let's see how he reacts now. Got to try to adjust. 3 pitches in. It's a 2-1 count. Danner Hamburg checking the runner at second. Here's the pitch. Now I'm going to be inside. Does not get part of the zone. It's a 3-1 now to the Sasquatch catcher. 1 for 2. A walk and a single with an RBI. Ben Seminara a chance to maybe get his second RBI. Let's see what he does here in a 3-1 count. What's going to be the approach here from Ben Seminara? Crook dancing over at second. Here's the delivery from Hamburg. That one going to be outside, pulled back in by Cantu for a strike. Crook's going to get a head start. If Seminara can knock this one in the outfield, it will most likely put the Sasquatch in the lead. Payoff pitch, 2 away with the runner on second and a tied up 10-10 game. Ben Seminara, here's the pitch from Hamburg. He's going to take a swing at that one inside, and he's going to miss that one into the glove of Cantu. Crook stranded at second in the bottom of the 7th, another 0. We go to the 8th, tied at 10.
When you venture to spearfish in the Black Hills of South Dakota, you'll find rugged hiking and biking trails, extreme rock climbs, and views that will take your breath away. Plan a spearfish vacation and come find your adventure. Spearfish, my great place in South Dakota.
Cameron Murphy back out onto the field. And Gage Crott continuing his quest for all 9 and 9. He's at the hot corner, manning third base. Strike one delivered from Cameron Murphy on the top of the 8th in a tied up ball game. It's Tanner Hamburg, the man who came up, put up a 0 in the bottom half of the 7th. On the mound for the Spuds, he's leading off here. It's 2-3-4 due up with Matthew Marsick standing on deck. That one's going to be a check swing outside. Did not go and did not bite. It's a 1-1. Chaz Crook still playing right field as Bailey Borders at shortstop. Gage Crott, his last position in the field, and the last one's going to be pitching next inning. See if the Sasquatch can maybe get him a lead in the bottom half of the 8th. Cameron Murphy keep it. Into a game where they're tied, get a lead in the bottom of the 8th, and Gage Crott potentially going in for the save. That'd be electric. It's a 1-2 count. Here's a pitch from Murphy. That one swung on high in the air. We'll do it again. Another 1-2 coming right up. Tanner Hamburg over 2 since coming to the game. He's flown out to second base and put the ball on the ground over to short. Matthew Marsick standing on deck, having himself a day. He's 2 for 4, but has reached 3 times, has 2 runs scored. Murph now on a 1-2, trying to get a big first out in this one. Here's the pitch to Tanner Hamburg. That one's down low in the dirt. Tried to give him the bite on a nasty 12-6. Left it off, and the count runs full to 2, or even to 2s. Don't want to risk running it full. Got to put a competitive pitch right here. Here's the 2-2 from Cameron Murphy. That one's a fastball in the lower half, trying to pick it up. Was Seminar, did not get the call. Gage Crott at third. Bailey Borders at short. They're ready for this one. Here's the payoff pitch. That one going to be chopped over to Crott at third, but in foul territory. So Gage Crott has got action at every single spot he's been at on defense. He almost got one right there on the first exact. Payoff pitch, part 2 from Murph. Here's the pitch. That one low, bounces. Seminar scoops. A leadoff walk. Now it brings up Matthew Marsick to the plate. 2 singles flew out the shortstop back in the 6th inning, however, against Cameron Murphy.
For the Spuds, number 13, Preston Knott.
Excuse me, this will be Preston Knott up to the plate, as this lineup is getting absolutely crazy for this Spuds team, as every single person seems to be a pinch hitter at this point. Every single person seems to be moving around the field. Just absolutely giving us one fun of a job up here in the booth. From Meaty and Club and your statistician. Having a lot of fun scoring this one, aren't you? Laying down a bunt, pulls back. That one misses low and inside. It's called for a ball. 1-0 count now to Preston Knott. Standing on deck is supposed to be Austin Stallwick. Can't make out a jersey number as back turned to me, so we'll have to see. Murph's going to check the runner over at first. He's in safely. 1-0 count. Cameron Murphy trying to get through this one. Looking down to lay on a sack. Bunt was not on the first pitch. We'll see what he does here in the 1-0. That bounces Seminara. Keeps it in front. It's a 2-0. This game's coming down to the wire, as the Spuds and Sasquatch games seem to always do. As Coach Hunt wants a word with Cameron Murphy right now. After walking Danner Hamburg on a full count pitch, and now the first 2 have been low to Preston Knott. Wants to have a quick word. Jack Sutton was moving around once in the bullpen, but he sat down since then. I have to see if maybe he's just waiting around. Because right now, Cameron Murphy finishing his 8th, and if we go to the top of the 9th, it's going to, when we go to the top of the 9th, it appears it's going to be Gage Crott, and this game is tight. Quick mound visit right there from Hunt and Seminara. Infield meeting on their own over there at shallow second base. Ryan Bachman breaks up that huddle. Jared Hunt makes the beeline for the dugout. And now a 2-0 count as Preston Knott's going to step back in the left side. Seminara going back behind the dish. Go ahead run standing at first. Here in the top, the 8th and a 10-10 ball game, where the Sasquatch have erased an 8-0 deficit and tied it at 10. Trying to complete the job right here. Still have not led tonight. Here's the 2-0. That one's a big swing and miss on the outer half. Murph fights back with a competitive pitch. Get the swing and a miss and a 2-1 count now, as that one's called for a strike.
I was preparing myself for
Murph sets at the waist now, delivering a 2-1. Here's the pitch. Looking to lay down a bunt. He pulled back. Seminar keeps it in front. It was a little bit of a late pullback, but nonetheless was a pullback, and the count goes to 3-1.
Chandler's down to ball 1 squash dog, and he's got some other food to deal with as well. Dustin's got a couple squash dogs left.
We have a squash dog challenge going on. 2 competitors. I can't really see over there, so we're just kind of relying on the word that's being relayed up to us in the press box for the action on that one. But it's a 10-10 ball game on the baseball field. 3-1 going to be drilled at the right field. Crook on the run. Crook on the slide. He plays the hot corner and prepares you for anything. Makes the sliding catch in right. Chaz Crook, what a play in right field for a big first out. Robs a single from Preston Knott, brings up Austin Stallwick.
Now batting for Casper, Austin.
Runner still on first, Austin Stallwick. Trying to do something here. He puts that one up the middle. Bordas takes it. He flips to Bachman. Bachman goes to first, will not go in time. It was a slow flip right there, as when Bachman got it, it's almost like he had no chance. Tried anyway as a one-hopper to fielder's choice, 2 away. Austin Stallwick standing on first for fielder's choice. Danner Hamburg retired at second. There's 2 away now. Brings up
Now batting for Casper,
James Castanola.
number 18, James Castanola.
One of the few players in this lineup that's still in the lineup and not trying to confuse us. James Castanola now due up again. Big swing and a miss on strike 1. Castanola singled and doubled, came around to score in both the first and second inning. Had a pair of RBIs. Since then 0 for 2. A fly out to center field most recently in the 6th inning. He hit that one foul off the inside of the bat. Got jammed, tried to put a defensive swing on. He's down 0-2 nonetheless. 1 pitch away. Cameron Murphy trying to get out of this inning. He's got 0-2 count to the shortstop, James Castanola. Murphy sets and now delivers the 0-2. Keeping a close eye on the runner at first. Here's the 0-2 pitch. A swing and a miss. He sorted him low and away. Leadoff walk does not matter. Cameron Murphy goes 1, 2, 3 after that. We go to the bottom of the 8th, looking to get a lead going to the 9th. The Sasquatch offense tied at 10 with the Spuds.
I wanna shout out to the world so they She loves me, yeah, she loves me, and it blows my mind.
Hey, nice strike.
Yeah, it blows my mind. She's my lover.
We go to the bottom of the 8th, tied at 10. Gage Crott on the top of the order for the 5th time. Set the lead off here against Danner Hamburg. Gage Crott, where is Gage? The answer is in the right-hand batter's box. Hasn't had a fun night at the plate. Does have a run scored on the night. Trying to maybe get himself some leading run because in the 10-10 game, he set the pitch in the top of the 9th inning. First pitch going to be outside for a strike. It's an 0-1 count now. Danner Hamburg back out onto the mound. The Casper Spuds looking to keep it at 10 going to the 9th inning. Setting up for a dramatic finish. That one way outside. Cantu doesn't even bite at going for it. It rolls all the way over to Seth Nelson in the on-deck circle. It's a 1-1 count. Speaking of Nelson, he's on deck, and then Ryan Bachman in the hole. Nelson 2 for 4. Bachman is 2 for 3. 1-1 count now to Gage. Here's a pitch from Hamburg. That one outside once again. It's a 2-1. Crott has not had a fun time at the plate. Last time he was up in the 5th, it was that 2-3 double play when he flew out to the catcher, and then they gunned Ben Seminara at first. That one up and in, chin music to number 11. It's a 3-1 count as he dodges out of the way. Plays a little bit of limbo with that ball. It's a 3-1 count. Now on a 3-1 count, you're 0 for 4. Have to assume the bat's not leaving the shoulder unless it's directly down the middle and you time that thing up perfectly. But here's the 3-1 pitch to Gage Crott from Hamburg. That one's going to be on the outside corner. The breaking ball gets the zone, and the count runs full. Gage Crott trying to get a lead off base runner for the Sasquatch. A big spot right here. Sasquatch had leadoff base runners in the 4th and 5th in those big innings. Gage Crott trying to recreate that. He hits someone down the right field line, veering towards foul territory. Closing in and running out of room. We'll do it again. Everyone was closing in on that one, but we're going to do it all over again. Everyone's got a return. Preston not the second. Parker, Burt the first. And now here we go. Payoff pitch once again to Gage Crott. Shakes off the first 9, now collects to the chest. Danner Hamburg, the payoff pitch, part 2. To number 11, the leadoff hitter, Gage Crott. He's going to work a walk. Gage Crott's on first. It's a speedster who represents the go-ahead run now. Let's see if the order can drive him in. Brings up Seth Nelson to the plate. Singled and tripled in the first 3 innings with an RBI to his night. He had the first 2 and only 2 base knocks. One time through the order, back up to him in the 2-hole. He had a single and a triple. Since then, 0 for 2. We'll see what he can do. Flew out the center field back in the 6th inning. Now he got Gage Crott at first. Here's the first pitch from Hamburg. Nelson's going to put that one softly over into third base territory. On the run over is Stallwick. He makes the grab on the inside of the bat. Nelson pops out the third, 1 away. And now here's Ryan Bachman. Big opportunity. Single and a double and a walk in his last 3 plate appearances. An RBI double back in the 3rd.
singled to lead off that giant 5th inning where 5 runs were scored to tie it up where we stand at 10, and then did walk in the 6th, stole second, was stranded there as well. Now he's got one away. Gage Crott at first. Here's the pitch from Hamburg. That one in the right-hand batter's box. Call for ball 1, 1-0 count. Shaping up to be a classic finish here in Spearfish, South Dakota. If you're joining us on Spearfish Sasquatch Live, welcome to another rendition of drama at Black Hills Energy Stadium. They check Crott over there at first. He's in there safely by a mile. Not a big lead, but he has a speed threat. Tanner Hamburg keeping an eye out. Crott does not have a stolen base on the summer. Either see if he decides to take off. That one outside, try to pull it back in. It failed. It's 2-0. That's crazy to think about that Gage Crott with the speed he has. Hitting .259, 21 hits, 8 walks, does not have a stolen base. See if potentially he can get in scoring position right here if they try another hit and run in a 2-0 with Ryan Bachman. Crott takes a secondary lead. Bachman takes strike one upstairs. It's a 2-1. Every time the Sasquatch have done hit and runs, as of late, they've gone well. The only one that didn't was, of course, that Gage Crott 2-3 double play back in the 5th. 2-1 count now to Bachman. Gage Crott standing on first. He looks like he's ready to take off. That one way outside. Gonna get by, but Crott's gonna return to first. Did not get by enough from Kaden Cantu, but at the 3-1 count to Bachman. Jack Naylor standing on deck. Bailey Bordas in the hole now. It's 3-4-5, due up, 1 away with a runner on first. Middle of the order, trying to break this game open. We're tied at 10 in the bottom of the 8th inning. Crott leading off, takes an extra half step. Here's the 3-1 to Bachman. That one's upstairs and away. Bachman's gonna walk. It's 2 walks in the inning, 2 runners on, 1 away. Now potentially a base hit away from an 11-10 lead. Jack Naylor to the plate. Naylor had a big double back in the 5th inning. Was part of that rally, was the second guy up, got a double, back-to-back hits, and then Bailey Bordas, who stands on deck, had a single back then. That was those 3 hits back-to-back against Jackson Bates. They really helped the Sasquatch come back, and Naylor turns on it high into left field. Going back at the track is Schmidt. He leans up against the track, makes the grab. Going to third is Crott. Jack Naylor just missed a 3-run shot to make it 13-10, but the go-ahead run's 90 feet away, but now a base hit is needed by Bailey Bordas. Jack Naylor almost broke this one open and made it a 3-run ball game. But now the job needs to be done by Bailey Bordas. 1 for 3, has reached twice, 2 runs to his name. He singled back in the 5th inning, flew out the center, part of that 4-batter 6th inning. Now he's got the go-ahead run 90 feet away by Gage Crott. Bachman's going to take off. Cantu pops up. The throw's a hopper. Bachman's in safely. Crott thought about going home. He's going to return to third. 2 runners in scoring position. Ryan Bachman had another stolen base to his night. He's got 2, and it's a 1-0 count to Bailey Bordas. A chance to potentially make it a 2-run ball game if he can put this one in the outfield. Gage Crott standing at third. Ryan Bachman at second. A 10-10 game with 2 away. Bordas watches that one go up above the head for a 2-0. I don't think Gage Crott was actually expecting Cantu to throw that ball to second, try to gun Bachman, because he looked like he had no intention at all of taking off. And the minute he saw that ball actually get past the mound, he thought about it. 2-0 count now, 2 runners on. Bordas takes a big swing at that one, drifting away, and it's a 2-1. Tanner Hamburg trying to recover. He walked Crott, he walked Bachman, and now they're at second and third after Naylor, a deep fly out to left field for the second out. 2-1 count now, 2 away. Here's the pitch to Bordas. That one outside. Try to pull it back was Cantu, and the count goes to 3-1. The sidearm thrower of Tanner Hamburg having a lot of trouble locating on the outside to right-handed batters. It's a 3-1 count to Bailey Bordas, with Dylan Ritchie standing on deck. 3-1 count now. Hamburg to Bordas. He sets to deliver the 3-1. First base is open, and first base will be occupied by Bailey Bordas. Gonna bring up Dylan Ritchie, and it's going to bring Cantu out onto the mound just to talk to Tanner Hamburg. Dylan Ritchie, 3 walks in the inning, have loaded the bags. There's 2 away. The go-ahead run is 90 feet away here in the bottom of the 8th inning. You can't spell Sasquatch and Spuds without drama. Dylan Ritchie, here we go. Bryson Hoyer standing on deck, now going to the bottom part of the order. The 6th spot, Dylan Ritchie. Singled back in the 5th. His last at-bat, however, in the 7th when he grounded out to lead off the inning. And now he's got a big spot. Patience can be a virtue here. A walk does put you in the lead here. You got to be careful. 3 walks from Hamburg, load the bases. Here's the first pitch to Dylan Ritchie. Hamburg, that one outside, breaking ball, does not get the call from Cantu, trying to pull it back in at the 1-0 count to number 14. I'll set the stage for you if you're just joining us right now on Spearfish Sasquatch Live. 10-10, bases loaded, 2 away. Bottom of the 8th inning, looking for the go-ahead run before you go to the 9th inning. The Sasquatch, Dylan Ritchie in a 2-0, and could have been a wild pitch that scored Crott. But Caden Cantu shows off the athleticism, reaches cross body, and snags it out of midair. If you're Ritchie after those 2 miss, you got to be careful here. 2-0 count. Got to be patient. Don't want to attack and ground out or get out at all. Here's a 2-0 count. That one's way outside. Cantu snags. And now 1 pitch away from having a 9th inning lead for Gage Crott, trying to complete the 9-9 challenge. And Gage Crott's also standing at 3rd. 3-0 count. 2 away, bases loaded, and a 10-10 game. A chance to get a go-ahead walking RBI. Dylan Ritchie watches that one outside, and the Sasquatch have the 11-10 lead. Gage crocking a trot on home. And a mound visit coming up with the bases remain loaded. Gage Crott scores the go-ahead run, and I have to imagine he's going to start getting loose because I think he's the one going on the mound if the 9-on-9 challenge still stands in this one in a 1-run game. That'll be it for Danner Hamburg. 4 walks, and now it's an 11-10 ball game. Bullpen getting the call again. Bases still loaded, 2 away. Bryson Hoyer to the dish. Bases remain loaded. Dylan Ritchie walks home on 4 pitches. The go-ahead run. It's 11-10 in the bottom of the 8th. Looking for more insurance. The Sasquatch have Bryson Hoyer to the plate, and the Spuds have the bullpen coming out here. It's right-handed pitcher, the redshirt sophomore, 6'2", $190 from South Carolina Buford University. It's Glenn Williams, his 4th appearance of the year, 11.5 ERA. Up to this point, no strikeouts, no walks in 2 1/3 innings. Bryson Hoyer now trying to add insurance. He's got to get a base knock to do so. 11-10's the lead. 7, Hoyer with Crook on deck. Hoyer struck out in his last plate appearance. He's 0 for 2 with 2 Ks since entering this one off the bench. His 3rd at-bat, he takes a big swing at the first pitch from Williams. He waves that it's 0-1. Dylan Ritchie at first. Bailey Borditz at second. Ryan Bachman at third. All walked to be in that position. And now it's an 0-1 count to Bryson Hoyer. Glenn Williams sets and now delivers. That one's too low. It's a ball 1 to Bryson Hoyer. 4 walks so far this inning. The Sasquatch have scored a run, but they have not hit the baseball. Gage Crott walked to lead things off. He ended up getting walked around the bases, just got the jog on over 270 feet, ultimately crossing the home plate and making an 11-10 ball game. And now Bryson Hoyer trying to add insurance to that. Here's the 1-1 pitch from Glenn Williams. That one gonna be inside. Hoyer gets out of the way. It nearly hit him and walked him another run. 2-1's the count now to Bryson Hoyer. Trying to add some insurance for, I assume, Gage Crott coming out on the mound trying to complete the 9-9. Here's the 2-1 pitch to Hoyer. Puts that one high in the air down the third baseline and foul. 2-2 count. 2-2. 2 away. Bases loaded up 11-10. Looking for insurance. The go-ahead run already come across by Gage Crott and a bases loaded walk by Dylan Ritchie. Bryson Hoyer trying to add some insurance for the Squatch before they go to the 9th. Here's the 2-2 from Glenn Williams. Hoyer watches that one inside. Nearly hits him in the back foot. And now the count is full. If he can put this one in the outfield, it'll score 2 and they get a 13-10 ball game. Runners are going to take off. Payoff pitch coming from Glenn Williams out of the bullpen to Bryson Hoyer. 3-2, 2 away, bases loaded, looking for insurance. Up 11-10 in the bottom of the 8th. Here's the payoff pitch from Glenn Williams. Runners take off. Hoyer swings that down in the dirt. The bases are stranded, loaded. Glenn Williams comes out of the bullpen and does the job. Strikes out Hoyer. 11-10's the lead. Dylan Ritchie, a bases loaded walk, gives the Squatch the lead. Trying to close it out in front of a nice crowd here at Black Hills Energy Stadium.
New games every month at the Lodge. We are constantly updating our gaming floor with the latest fun games to keep our guests entertained with new games every month. For the freshest selection of slot machines in town, make the Lodge at Deadwood your gaming destination. The locals' choice for gaming excitement with the newest games is the Lodge at Deadwood Gaming Resort.
We go to the 9th with an 11-10 lead in favor of the hometown Sasquatch. Dylan Ritchie on 4 pitches walks home the go-ahead run. That was Gage Crott. He's back in right field in this one. Cameron Murphy back out on the mound. Will Gage Crott get the recording out in this one and complete the 9 innings? We'll have to see. It's a 1-run game. Rolling it over to the leadoff hitter. Here's the bottom half of the order, starting with Jackson Bates.
Leading off the top of the 9th inning for the Spuds.
Keegan Weston's behind the dish now, catching. A defensive option from head coach Jarrett Hunt here. Keegan's the wall, and that's what you got. Chaz Crook back at third base now with Gage Crott back at the right, so a normal defensive layout. Here's the first pitch from Cameron Murphy. Up high to Bates at the 1-0 count. Bates with it's supposed to be Caden Cantu and Parker Burt. We'll see if that's up. It looks like Cantu on deck and Burt has a bat, so I'd have to assume that it's not going to change here. The 1-0 count, though, to Bates. He hits that one foul off a pole, into the bleachers, into the dugout, snagged on the hop by Aiden Bennett. The single-season all-time Sasquatch ERA leader also has hands in the dugout. This was banana ball. There's one away. But nonetheless, it's 1-1. Bates sets back in. Murph delivering the 1-1. Here's the pitch. That's a breaking ball. That's lifted high in the air into foul territory. This one drifting towards the concourse. That one's going to land on the concession stand, off the concession stand, right by the Squatch Dog challenge at the 1-2 count. I wonder if Gage Crott's going to come in from right field and record an out. Maybe if Murph can get it down to the last one. It is a 1-run ball game. We'll have to see what goes on. But Murph right now, the 1-2 count. Here's the 1-2 pitch now to Bates. Bates hits that curveball, late defensive swing, foul, well foul, over towards the Sasquatch bullpen. A nice defensive swing from Jackson Bates right there as that curveball looked like it was definitely going to ring him up looking. And the Spuds have already done that enough for a season's worth today. 1-2 count once again from Cameron Murphy. Here's the pitch. That one's drilled on the left field line. That one's going to the corner. It'll be extra bases. It one hops over the wall for a ground rule double. Tying run is on second base. Jackson Bates get the ground rule double. He's 180 feet away, I'd have to expect. Probably some small ball going on. Try and just at least get him across no matter what.
Now batting for the Spuds, Caden Cantu.
Tying run at second base after a hammer, double on the left field line by Jackson Bates. Brings up Caden Cantu. Crook playing a little bit in, hugging the line at third. I'd have to expect some small ball right here. We'll see what Cantu is. It's a bunt. It's directly back to the mound. It's off Cantu. I think that's an out. You have to call that. He bunted it straight. It went off his back. They're not calling it out. They're calling it a strike. And Jarrett Hunt wants a word because that is an out. He is out right there. He bunts it straight. It hits his back. Now they're going to have a meeting. That is an out. There should be one away. If this is any logical baseball game, there's one out right now, and Cantu is retired. That better be an out right there, because I can tell you right now from my field of vision, easily Cantu's retired. They call it a foul ball. Read a rule book for Christ's sake. It's an 0-1 count. Should be one away, but Caden Cantu lives to see another pitch. Nonetheless, 0-1 count. Tying run at second. Cantu gets another life. He looks to lay it on a bunt, and he misses it. It's strike two. Oh, 2 count. After two bunts fail to find the field of play. Now one strike away from getting a big first out. Cameron Murphy, I'd have to assume a bunt is out of the picture for Caden Cantu. Murphy sets at the waist, tying run at second. Here's the pitch. 0-2, swing and a miss. Ball do not lie. You should have been back there 2 pitches ago. Brings up Parker Burt. Attempt to play small ball doesn't go well, and now Parker Burt up to the plate. Started out 0 for 2 with 2 Ks, then and last 2 is 2 for 2 with 2 singles. Tying run still, 180 feet away. Murphy sets and delivers the first pitch, breaking the ball high in the air into right field. Gage Crott veering back, he settles, makes the catch. The tag is on, over to third, cut off by Bordas, there's 2 away. Now it brings up the 9-hole hitter, and it's Christian Garena. Let's see what the move is right here. If they're going to let Gage Crott do the 9-9. Hunt's got a helmet on. Is this it for Cameron Murphy coming out of the Sasquatch dugout? Gage Crott coming in from right field. I think this is it. I think they're going to try to get Gage Crott to ice this thing, and they will. Cameron Murphy gets 2 away. The tying run 90 feet away. Gage Crott trying to complete the 9 and 9. Here we go, Spearfish. We got a game. Buckle your seatbelts. Hasn't happened yet, but Crott's walking in. Murph giving fist bumps to his teammates. It hasn't occurred yet, but pretty sure it's what's happening, and it is. Cameron Murphy, what a game out of the bullpen. The right-handed arm from Jamestown University does a job. There's 2 away, 1 out away from an 11-10 victory, but the tying runs 90 feet away. We're going to give Gage Crott a little bit of time to warm up in this one, trying to complete the 9 and 9, trying to get the W. Gage Crott out of right field. Seth Nelson goes in to right field. Saturday night baseball, you could not get a bigger moment than this. Gage Crott up 11-10, trying to close it out, facing Christian Guareno. Here's the first pitch from number 11. It's grounded right over to Bordas. He walks in, he snags the leather, he goes to first. 1 pitch, 9 and 9 complete. The 11-10 victory. The Sasquatch get the win, and Gage Crott gets the save. A 1-pitch save. Gage Crott scores the game-winning run, comes in from right, gets the save in the 9th. Ice in his veins, Gage Crott. We're going to talk to him right back here on Spearfish Sasquatch Live when we return. Don't go anywhere, folks. You cannot write a better script than what you just saw.
What are you going to ask?
Sasquatch get a big win, 11-10 in this one. And I'm here with the man of the hour, the man who scored the game-winning run, had 7 putouts in all 9 fielding positions, got the save on the mound with 1 pitch. Gage, 9 positions, 9 innings. How are you feeling after that one?
That was probably the best baseball game I've ever played. Honestly, just the memories made with the boys, it's an awesome feeling.
How's the arm feeling? I got to ask. I mean, you played all 3 outfield positions, every infield position, catcher, and then you go on the mound. You only throw 1 pitch, but you still threw a pitch. How's it feeling?
Threw yesterday, too. So, I mean, the arm's feeling kind of quite opposite.
Not feeling too good, is it, today?
Yeah, we need to ice it.
Need a lot of ice after that one. So you go up there in the bottom of the 8th inning. You're leading off the inning, and it's a tie game looking for, you're going into at least pitching out in the 9th inning.
Yep.
That's your thing. 9 innings, 9 positions. You're going out on the mound. You're set to do that.
Yep.
You end up getting the last out, but you're leading off in the 8th, and you're trying to look for insurance tied up at 10. What's your approach going up to the plate?
Man, I'm just really looking to get on base in any way possible. If I can take a walk, I'll take a walk. If he doesn't want to pitch to me, he doesn't want to pitch to me.
And the walk's exactly what you took. Now let's go to the ice in the veins moment from right field. You start walking in. We think this is the moment when Jared Hunt walks out, and you get the ball 2 away, tying run at third base. You end up throwing 1 pitch. Bailey Borders makes a great play at short, snag it off a hop, going to first, ending it. What's going through your mind, walking in from right field in that kind of situation?
I'm throwing this ball 70 miles an hour down the plate and see what he can do with it.
That's all you got left in the tank at that point after 9 innings?
That's all I'm doing.
You heard it here from Gage Crott, the man of the hour. 9 positions, 9 innings. Last year was Davis Carr, the catcher. This year it's Gage Crott. He completes it with the save, the winning run, the save. What a day from Gage Crott, and another dramatic win for the Sasquatch. Drama and Spearfish Sasquatch go together like peanut butter and jelly. An 11-10 win here on this beautiful Saturday evening. Last game of the season tomorrow. I'm Sean Massa signing off on behalf of myself and the entire Sasquatch organization. Thank you for making us all a part of your Saturday evening. We'll see you tomorrow for the season finale against the Casper Spuds.